concussion because 21. That shit was a whole mess. Remember the kicking?
21 was.
Remember that shit?
Kicking feels better too.
Kicking feels better now. All right,
yeah, I'm sure people will have issues with kicking.
Yeah, and I remember Madden 21 niggas could have made shit. I'm like, yo.
But I definitely saw my kicking game. But yeah, kicking should be a lot better.
So how do you like some of the new menus and shit you can do? You haven't really tweaked?
I've been playing, man.
So like the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators.
Is it a bunch of fluff? Is what you about to say?
There is one that feels fluffy. Like they just took what they had last year and just added a little bit more story to it. So when they how you stop like certain weekly goals, there's one where it says hold. Let's just say Russell Wilson under 75 yards rushing. So, but to get to that, they just don't give it to you. They just kind of walk you through whatever. Like your decision tree would determine what goal they give you. So you decide that. So it's like, do you want to shut down the run or do you want to shut down the passing? And whatever you pick is what goal you're going to get. So, last season they just gave it to you. This one, they just give you the option. So yeah, what up, y'all? So I think I need to fix this.
They was mad at us about we ain't talk about that much.
Oh, they were? Yeah, I figured they would be.
I disagree. I used to think basketball was the best, but then like over the last 3-4 years, bro, I think football.
Let me check the mic.
Okay, we good. Yeah, I think personally, I think basketball is just more interesting because the players control more.
It's because of Madden that actually made me think about football more.
I'm gonna let a few more people fill the room.
You think it's even?
It's straight even because it's the same to me.
Because there's nothing like the Super Bowl. No matter who playing, there's nothing like the Super Bowl.
No, I feel you. It's a bigger event than the NBA Finals. I give you that.
Yeah, and that's because it's only one game.
Yeah, it's only one game. As
opposed to the series.
The finality of football, right? Like how barbaric it is and all of that. I think it all plays into it. But like when I'm more so thinking like off the court, off the field, like basketball players are bigger than football players.
Yeah, because you bring in other storylines.
Exactly.
And with most football teams, there's not really a storyline.
To me, football is all encompassing. Where basketball, if we focus just on the players and what they do on and off the court, to me, that's more intriguing. But football, it's like you got to talk about the fans. Like, did y'all see that fucking fight that happened in LA with the Chargers and shit? Like that shit was crazy. Yeah. Like that's all part of football.
What was crazy though is they went back and showed how it started with that woman. The woman threw the drink over the dude's shoulder, and this big fight started all because of that.
And she just threw it and dipped.
It did.
She just wanted to see ruckus for a moment.
That was hilarious.
Damn, I'm just seeing this though. The Jets, their highly paid free agent who used to be for Cincinnati, Carr Lawson.
Yep.
Out for the season, ruptured Achilles.
Yep. Saw that. And again, like, to me, injuries are more part of football than they are basketball.
Yeah, myself. So the difference to me in football, and the reason why the basketball stars are bigger is football players wear helmets.
That's part of it.
So basketball, you're easily recognizable. You can see them.
And I also
that's why we at the table.
I also think you're 100% right with the helmets. I also think not everybody's a skill position. There's a lot of hog mollies on the football field that aren't glamorous, that people don't watch. You know what I'm saying? Like people watch the ball. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the sport. So in basketball, less people, more people have to be skillful. And I'm not saying that O linemen, D linemen are not skillful, but people are not watching them like that.
We need to do that for an episode too. We need to pick like our starting top five basketball stars, top five football stars, and go head to head and see which lineup wins.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Ain't nobody bigger than LeBron. I think LeBron is the biggest entity in sports.
In sports in general? I'll disagree with you on that.
Not if we're talking soccer.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
I'm talking America.
Basketball.
Basketball, football. In America, LeBron is the biggest. If we're talking globally, Messi, Ronaldo.
I don't know.
I would say Jordan.
Give them a run for their money.
He give him a run, but I think those other two are big.
I don't think Messi or Ronaldo is. Well, I think it depends on the global makeup, but like how we're going to break that down, right?
What do you mean?
So because America is just one part of the world. So if So in my head, I'm like, when we talk about globally, Messi, Ronaldo, maybe there is a point there because since America is so
it's a small percentage
of it.
exactly.
Then
And they don't even watch. We don't even watch it as much as they do.
Right, but more of the world watches
the
soccer. So strength in numbers, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, what I'm saying is that obviously LeBron is known across every continent on the planet. Right?
But I'm saying is LeBron. I would say is MJ still bigger than LeBron, right?
No,
Nah,
you don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I can because LeBron is present.
Yep.
During the social media age and the media age.
You know how you answer that? Who did Kay Cunningham say was the best player ever?
LeBron.
That's who he grew up watching.
There's been a transition, but it's not that far.
Well, because people were saying Kobe at first too.
Very few.
And that's
Kobe had a small run.
Because Kyrie said Kobe, right? Kobe's his favorite player.
But we know the Kyrie Kobe relationship.
Even Devin Booker, like most of these motherfuckers that we care about now,
look at like okay when you look at the NBA, you got to look at it between 5 to 7 years. That's the next generation. Booker's been in the league 7 years now. He's only goddamn 24, but he's been in the league 7 years. You know what I'm saying? When you look at that, he grew up watching Kobe. You know, he grew up partly watching LeBron too, but Kobe was the guy.
Yeah.
For Kyrie, Kobe was the guy. You know what I'm saying? For LeBron was born the same year I was. MJ was the guy. MJ is what motivated LeBron to be LeBron.
It's like generations.
It's generations. You know what I'm saying? The next generations, you're going to hear him say LeBron and KD the best. Hands down. No, I don't bring no Michael Jordan, don't bring no Larry Bird. LeBron and KD are going to be the best. And then after that, people are going to start talking Steph. It's just, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, maybe.
But I definitely think Messi, Ronaldo, and LeBron are the three biggest athletes on the planet.
They are.
I don't know what
Ronaldo,
order, but
LeBron, then Messi.
Yeah.
Then Roger Federer.
Yeah, I wouldn't even thought of him.
Let's get going. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inge. Joining me on the show, we got FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
Shelton J.
What's happening, man?
And Nikki Duce.
AKA Buck 20 was goody.
So Nick was saying before we started the show that you guys are upset we didn't talk enough football last week, and I already saw a comment.
Yeah, we said we only did 30 minutes.
Yeah, I saw somebody already say, man, basketball is over. So we're gonna hit some football, but there were one or two things that actually about 2 or 3 small things that I saw that I thought was interesting, but that we'll get to if we don't if it doesn't hit Nick's outline. But we'll get some football. I got some football stuff too. Anyway,
I got a football question real quick too.
What's up?
On the last episode, we named our top 8. Who was your top?
You don't remember my top 8?
He didn't have Tom Brady on his list at all.
I saw that, and I saw that in the chat because I forgot the address. Tom Brady was not in your top 8.
Did we hear his name?
Oh,
that's I don't know why you didn't. I don't know why you asked the question. You should ask him why is he not in your top 8.
How come Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl?
Congratulations, carried by the defense. He was
true.
But Tom Brady has the most Super Bowl wins ever.
This man had Joe
We're talking
Burrow.
about top 8 in 2021.
This man had Joe Burrow
on the top 8, not Tom Brady.
Joe Burrow could have won a title with that Bucs team last year.
But is Joe Burrow better than Tom Brady?
He will be.
Is he better? Is Joe Burrow?
Man, we got to get into the show, man. This ain't the show.
This is the show.
This is not the show.
Because he don't want to talk about Brady. That's like he don't want to be on no show
Brady
about
can play. Brady's resume is nice. Brady's resume is nice.
It's the measuring stick.
For who?
For every quarterback. For every quarterback that comes into the league that wants to consider themselves the greatest to ever play, you got to surpass Tom Brady.
Was Montana ever the measuring stick?
Yes.
Was the guy that played for Pittsburgh that won 4 Super Bowls, was he the measuring stick?
No, he was never.
You talking about Bradshaw?
He was never the measuring stick.
He had 4.
He had 4 though.
He wasn't a measuring stick?
No.
Okay.
But they didn't really win because of him.
But he got 4. If we talking about, and Brady, half of, maybe more than half of Brady's
he ain't
titles won because of him.
I know for damn sure.
But okay. I feel that Tom Brady, even in some of those losses, right?
And let's not forget the cakewalk he had in that horrible division.
But Tom Brady has always been clutch, though. Every time you need this man to make a fucking
That's Bill
throw.
Belichick.
So then explain why Bill didn't even make the playoffs then.
Right.
Look at that roster, and half of the motherfuckers quit because of COVID.
But if Tom Brady was there, they would have made the playoffs.
No, they would not have.
Yes, they would.
No, they
not
would
no
not
Super
have.
Bowl. Not no
No,
Super
they
Bowl.
would not have. No, they would not have.
But they would have made the damn
No,
playoffs.
no,
What you
no,
talking about?
no, they would not have.
It don't matter what the roster look like.
No,
If Tom Brady on your roster, you making a damn playoff.
if
It's just like LeBron. What do you mean?
If Tom Brady catches COVID like how Cam did, and he was out a few games, that season was plagued with a lot of shit, bro.
Hey, look. It doesn't matter
Because they even won 7 games still, right?
Isaiah Christian, thank you for that. He said Brady has 6 game-winning drives in the Super Bowl.
So, but that's not because. But
That's clutch.
Yeah, no,
That's
but
clutch.
that's not because of him.
It is. You know why? Because
It's that defense and a lot of other things.
You know why? And this is how much
He always get the damn credit for shit that he don't earn.
You know why?
It's typical white
Because
man in America.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what Belichick calls. You have to go out on there on that field and execute
Jesus
it.
Christ.
And this motherfucker executes.
But I get both of y'all point. I still had him on my list, even though niggas called me out too. Some about why Ken and Nick hate Brady. Like nigga, I put him top 3. So
Yeah, he's top 3.
he's top 3. But I don't want to give him that because of what Ken is saying.
I feel you.
That last Super Bowl, you put Aaron Rodgers on that team. They won the title.
feel you.
Ric Flair said it best: to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Ain't nobody beat.
Oh,
the man.
get out of here
They
with
beat
that
Eli
crap.
beat him twice.
That's
Is he the man?
cliche stuff.
He the man, motherfucker.
That's cliche stuff. Everybody try to say that. Oh, it's your job to stop me. When anyway. Nah, he is what he is, man.
But I wanted to get more into
Nothing.
the preseason the preseason games and all these new quarterbacks. So let me pull up the draft board because I want to get to these quarterbacks. We can start off with
Mac and cheese?
Huh?
Mac and cheese?
Who you talking about, Matt? Who? Matt Jones. We can start with him.
I liked what I saw. I think it's pretty much what everybody saw in Alabama, what everybody thinks that he's going to be, relatively low ceiling, but a guy that can win you a Super Bowl because he's not going to turn the ball over. He's not a gunslinger, you know what I'm saying? Belichick say, hey, take the 5-yard play. He going to take the 5-yard play. He going to dump down, So I think that it could be very efficient football. They just got to continue to build that roster around Mac Jones' strengths. Because when I watch Cam,
He ain't doing it.
it's going to be a wrap for him. I don't think he finishes the season as a starter. And I think because of the type of poise that Mac Jones has, I think that he's going to flourish when it's his opportunity to take over. But I like what I see, though. It's just if you gave me, if we did a fantasy draft, he's definitely not one of the first people I'd pick. But, I think that for the Patriot way, he's the Patriot way.
He is. I think you're going to start with Cam for sure. I know it's going back and forth, but you're gonna have to start with Cam, and I hope he can hold it down for a minute. But it ain't gonna be the whole season. Eventually, they're gonna make the move. It's easier to go that way as opposed to coming the other way. Start Mac Jones and then having to go to Cam if he struggles. You can't really do that.
Yeah.
So you got to start Cam.
Yeah.
You have to, because we don't know what Mac's going to be for real. Like you say, he got a low ceiling, but his floor is kind of high. He coming in like one of those veteran, those senior players that's been around the system, and he gonna give you solid play. He's not gonna win anything, but he ain't gonna lose it as much.
He reminds me of somebody like his ceiling could be Matt Hasselbeck, or it could be like maybe a little bit smudged better than that. But I don't really see him that high. But Matt Hasselbeck, he played in a couple playoffs games. I think he won a few playoff games.
Flacco. How Flacco was kind of.
But Flacco was a gunslinger because he knew he had a big arm. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, oh, well, could he be like Jimmy G? Because I feel like the difference for Mac is that play in the Super Bowl. Can he make that throw? That's the throw. Because everything else outside of the turnover, because Jimmy G is turnover prone and he's injury prone. But everything else, he's just a solid quarterback. He's system, he manages. And then can you get him to make those clutch throws? That's my question mark on Mac Jones, because when I watch him throw, one of the things watching him live throwing that I really like, that that I only like really perceived another quarterback do was Peyton Manning. The angle of his throws on these drags and these dump downs, how he throws the ball comes from a very high angle. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is on slant routes and all of these short concept routes that the Patriots like to do, it's easier for the wide receiver to get it because it's coming like this. Yeah. Even though it got, some zip on it, he knows how to angle it to him. Running backs like it like that. Short route wide receivers, they like the ball coming to him like that. So I like that because it's a fit. So again, can he make the big clutch throws in the moments that are deciding football games? That's my biggest question for Mac Jones.
Yes, he did it at Alabama, didn't he? So he could do it for Belichick.
He had Waddle. So
yeah.
Belichick and Belichick loves slot receivers. So for him to see that with Matt Jones, that makes sense.
This is the Tom Brady replacement.
It is
4 weeks. Cam is out. I'm giving him 4 weeks.
I give it 6.
I think it's gonna be 4.
I give it 6.
Somebody pull up the schedule.
6.
The schedule will always tell you.
I got the schedule.
Mac Jones tonight. Now the Eagles just fucking suck.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Even Brad Hoyer got in and went 2 for 3 with some shit.
Their schedule is the first game they play your Dolphins, FIFO. Mm-hmm. The second game they're at the Jets. Third game they're home against the Saints. Fourth game home against the Bucks. That's a lot. Fifth game they're at Texans. They're at the Texans.
They should be 3-2.
And then sixth game they're at home versus the Cowboys.
So
they could be 3-3.
Cam will definitely play versus the Bucks. So that's why. So
100%.
When is their bye week?
Their bye week isn't until.
But if he gets smashed by the Bucks, and if he play poorly, which I think he will in those first 3 games, and so I think he'll play okay to poor in the
14.
first 3 games.
What?
And
oh wow!
Week 14. I think in week 4, I think the Bucks gonna beat the shit out of him.
Mac not
and
playing.
Here come Mac.
Yeah, Mac ain't playing. He ain't playing the Bucks.
Nah.
Regardless, he won't play the Bucks. So he not playing until after that game. Regardless,
like week 7, maybe. Mm-hmm.
You think in week 7?
Yeah, because you said week 6 was the Bucks, right?
Week 4.
Week 4.
Who was 5?
And then 5 is the Cowboys.
5 is Houston. Then 6 is the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
So I put it to you like this: if Cam looks bad against Houston, Mac might come in that game. Against the Cowboys, I think Dak still starts. He looks bad. It's Mac's job from that point forward.
Yeah.
So I give him 6-7 weeks.
Yeah, okay. I say 6 weeks after week 6 because you don't, like I said, you don't want to put him up against Brady and the Bucks.
No,
that's not good for the team. That's not good for nobody.
Ooh, I love this question. This super chat. Shout out to Alex Hayes. He said, "Hey guys, love the show. First question: do y'all think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a bust in Jacksonville?"
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not
Did you see the laser?
Can't talk to me. Can't talk to me.
You thought about that shit about Andrew Luck, so I don't.
Not at all.
As a rookie, Cam was like, "No, I don't see it. I'm like, Cam.
I said that about Andrew Luck.
I just want to hear his thoughts. He's a grown ass.
I said that about Andrew Luck.
Yes, I had to convince you.
You about to take his shit back?
Kind of funky. I don't know about the throwing motion.
How you feel about Lawrence, man? How you feel about Sunshine?
Oh man. I don't know, man. I don't know, FIFO.
I don't know either.
It's Jacksonville, man.
Listen, man.
It's Jacksonville.
I'm not saying.
Listen,
go ahead. Go. Let
and y'all know I've been high. I've been on this show. Everybody's listening to this show know Trevor Lawrence is that guy. I've been high on Trevor Lawrence since day one. But I saw him struggle in college in that last season before he went pro, and it reminded me of a lot of other quarterbacks that look good early. First year or two, and then they struggled that last season, and then they come in the NFL, and then they couldn't get the job done.
Before I say my take, how do y'all feel about like Trevor Lawrence? Like, what is his seal? Like, what do you think he's going to do this year? You think he's a Rookie of the Year candidate, or
yes.
Yeah,
you think he's going to win it?
I don't know if he will.
Well, he's starting right out.
He's the lead dog.
That's what's going.
It's only him and Zach Wilson that are like starter.
Oh, Zach Wilson's trash.
Yeah,
well, his team is even worse. So that whole combination is not going to work.
They shouldn't have got a quarterback at number 2. They should have went to get a defense
or just pick field. Never mind. Anyway, we're gonna.
But
it's the same thing.
But like, what do y'all think? Like, what is Trevor Lawrence to y'all?
Trevor Lawrence has all the intangibles of a great leader. I look at last year like it was when rough by his estimation. It wasn't rough totally.
Nah, it was rough totally, Shelton. We're not gonna do it by him.
How
we're gonna do
so?
it. Just there were
made the college
question marks.
Justin Fields made him look like, all right, maybe I should be the first overall.
Yes.
Yeah, Justin Fields is great, but we're dealing with
But Justin Fields was like, it was a distance along, like since they got into college, it was like Trevor Lawrence #1. But don't even worry about it.
Yeah. It wasn't even a question. Yeah, it wasn't a question.
But later on, when we got close to draft day, it was like Justin showing some shit that maybe Lawrence a little bit better than Lawrence.
The only reason I give all those guys kind of a not a pass, but kind of like a little bit of leeway, is they didn't know whether they were going to play or not. A lot of them didn't know what was going on. So, and it's not just dealing with him, there's teammates as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget his top receiver was out too. Ross got hurt. He was out for the year. So a lot of things was going on at the time for a lot of those college guys, and especially a person like Sunshine, whether he should to play or not to play, because he was told to sit out. Everybody was like, you should just sit out and wait. You #1 pick. You ain't got no reason to play this year. You can only hurt yourself playing.
And he did.
But what do you think? So
Justin was more of a leader than him because Justin was the one that organized and got everybody to playing. Remember, Justin came out and was like, man, we should be playing fucking football.
He did.
I ain't see Trevor Lawrence do that.
I ain't arguing.
That's because he already knew he #1. He gonna be
right,
regardless.
Right.
He play today or next year. My thing with Trevor Lawrence is this. It don't really got much to do with him, but I don't think he's ready for the environment that he's in. Urban Meyer, I fuck with him, but he's inconsistent as a head coach when it comes to like, he's gonna be in your city for he one of them motherfuckers, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Right.
He gonna he may get the Jaguars to a playoffs maybe in the first 3 years, but after that, I feel like he gonna be done with the shit and gonna be gone. My thing with Lawrence is that he should be with a coach that's like, I'm in it for you. Like a Belichick with Brady relationship. Who do we see? Like Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, like somewhere is like, I'm with you from jump and I'm gonna be with you to the end. Where we see where we need to part ways. And I just don't get that same energy from him. And also Urban Meyer's decisions, like getting Tim Tebow in there and now it's just kind of like we still got to think about his health issues, the reason why he quit Ohio State, quote unquote, recently, like his reason. My thing is more of like, I don't know if this is the best breeding ground for Trevor Lawrence and his talent. And it's also Jacksonville. They ain't really got shit. I got to see how they make moves too.
Joe Burrow looked better than Trey Lawrence.
That was one of the super chats. We got one before this one, but I was going to read this one because you just answered it. Connor Pearson Ward with the super chat. We appreciate all y'all for the super chat.
Appreciate it, bro.
Man, y'all keep it coming, man. We need all this to help us to push the network and grow even further to give you more content. He said, do y'all see Urban Meyer lasting in the NFL? And that was what you alluded to. That was the same thing I was going to say.
Are they winning?
Well, I think
if they win, he'll stay.
Urban is a front runner. You know what I'm saying? Sure. If they do good, he'll be there. If they do bad, then he'll figure out a way as to.
He'll be back on Fox.
But with all that being said, I just want to backtrack a little bit because I didn't get to answer the Trevor Lawrence thing. The thing I like about him is the intangibles that you can't coach. 6'6", big ass arm, mobile enough.
6'6" typically don't work for quarterbacks, though.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, part of the reason why it doesn't work for quarterbacks is because those guys are literally stick figures out there, you know, and they can't move.
Trevor is mobile.
He's mobile as hell, you know, and I don't think he's more mobile than Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields got a little bit more in the tank. Like you see when he juked and he tried to spin it, even though
Lawrence ain't juking.
He's not juking like that, but he has enough to go reel off a 20-yard run. You know what I'm saying? When the shit break down. But the thing I love about Trevor Lawrence is the arm and the fact that he's played with that type of pressure his entire life. From the moment, and you know, they both from here. They both played high school football here in Atlanta.
And how many games did he lose in his career? 2?
Oh, in high school, he didn't lose.
Yeah, at all. He only lost 2 games.
In Clemson.
Yeah.
That's the only losses that he'd known. 2. So he's a winner.
That scares me too as well. As far as Jacksonville.
You know why it doesn't? Because at the end of the day, I don't know if Urban Meyer is the guy, but when you have a quarterback like that, you better find the motherfucking guy.
Yeah. That's key though, because he's still early.
No, I feel, and that's why I'm not all the way worried. If Urban is not going to be his Sean Payton, his Bill Belichick, it is what it is. It's early enough in the process. Like, now here's the thing. If Urban's there 6-7 years, then that's more than enough time, like, for them to have a relationship.
Yeah.
But if Urban's gone the first 2 years, all right, cool. There's a whole bunch of other guys that we could bring in that can get the job done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the most important thing is having the talented quarterback, and they have that.
And to me, the only reason I'm bringing up the losses is because I don't know how he deals with loss. Like I've seen Justin Fields is like, he's been shit talked since he's had to overcome shit. He couldn't start at Georgia. He had to go to Ohio State. Like I've seen how he comes back from adversity.
No, 100%.
Haven't seen that with Trevor Lawrence yet.
100%. But you know what? At the end of the day, those are the type of, that's the moxie that got to be built up. You know what I'm saying? Because we know they're going, ooh. Yeah. They got some talent over there, but they don't have the culture yet. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when you start off with a guy like this guy, there's no question. When you see this man in practice and you're one of his teammates and he throw that damn ball, you be like, oh shit, got something here. Yeah. We believe.
We in it.
We believe. Yeah. So the culture is starting to turn. We just don't know how long it's going to take. We don't know how great Urban Meyer is at the NFL level. We've seen what he's done in college. But if he can get these grown-ass men to believe, because Trevor Lawrence already got them on his side.
Right.
If Urban can do what he got to do, they'll be all right.
And Minshew wasn't that bad. It was like what I mean by that is he was able to do okay with it. So you put a talent like Trevor in there, and then you got a running game as well. So
they just got a running game. We don't know how that holds up after this season.
He ran good last year.
So yeah, that's because he caught everybody off guard. But we got a super chat from Darian. Shout out to you. Stop disrespecting Cam. Mac Jones is Alex Smith. He ain't no damn Brady.
We didn't watch. I didn't say he was.
I said it. I said it. I said it. I said that he's the next Brady. He's the Brady replacement. He ain't Alex Smith.
He's the Brady replacement, but I ain't saying he Brady. I ain't saying that.
One more super chat on this whole Jacksonville Jaguar situation from Alex Hayes. He said he asked because Urban Meyer, I don't trust in the NFL, and the Tebow saga is one example of that, as well as critics questioning his motor.
Okay, so let's knock off the Tebow thing. I feel obviously it was wrong, just because how can you be gone almost a decade and then come back and switch positions at a physical position, right? It's not like you're trying to be like a running back where it's just let me get the ball and go. You know, like you're talking about tight end is very nuanced. Like your hand placement, because you're literally a wide receiver and an O lineman at the same time. And the O lineman part is hard.
It's the most important part too.
Exactly.
Because we got wide receivers.
Exactly. The wide out shit, that's the easy part. You can figure that shit out on the fly. This shit. So to me, look, at the end of the day, I get why Urban Meyer gave him the opportunity.
I do too.
I get.
Y'all serious?
I'm not. Wait. I'm not saying that if I was the head coach and I would do it. And I'm not saying that it was right.
Right.
I understand the Urban Meyer Tim Tebow thing.
That's what I get.
I get it to a degree.
But to me, it's just like that's clear. That's decision making, and it's obvious nepotism. Like,
nepotism.
Yeah, it's like nigga, he your neighbor, and you coached him.
But you know what?
And he's like,
and he's going after the first preseason week.
So he wasted time.
But again, I
and a lot of airspace talking about him like media,
because he took headlines away from Trevor Lawrence. That's your main guy.
That's your point. What you just said is exactly part of the thought process. You don't want headlines on Trevor Lawrence. You don't want people saying Trevor right now. That's more pressure we're talking about.
What the fuck you mean? He's the first overall pick.
Right. Correct. But he's
not Mr. Irrelevant.
You don't want that pressure on him if you're that
what
franchise.
Pressure? He's the first overall pick.
That's the most pressure.
Exactly. So why am I trying to hide that from him?
Because
he's the franchise. He's the only player in this whole draft.
But you
where we're like, we know for the fact that for the next 5 to 10 years, this is the nigga for the franchise.
But you want him to be as relaxed as possible. You bring in Tim Tebow, all the cameras are going that way. He can focus on football.
Why we coddling this nigga?
Huh?
Why we coddling this nigga?
Right. I'm with Nick.
Didn't we talk about this with another superstar that is now fucked up now? With Ben Simmons about coddling players early on. So why we? No, I'm not saying he's Ben Simmons. I'm just saying like
that's different.
Quarterback is different because I can make the same argument. So are you going to go at Andy Dalton saying, "Hey, Justin, this is my time"?
Hell yeah! Who the fuck is Andy Dalton?
We'll get to him.
Yeah, we gonna get it. And you should be ashamed for saying that.
But that's why you do it though. In a lot of these cases, you start somebody like an Andy. We're gonna get to that, like we said. But you start at Andy Dalton, so Justin Fields doesn't feel all that pressure. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence.
So that was a clear pathway.
Justin Fields doesn't feel. All right, See?
No, but Shelton, he's speaking a lot of truth. Like in terms of the Jaguars, right? Like there's not another guy that's gonna take off the shit of who the hell Trevor Lawrence is outside of Tim Tebow. That's the only person that's gonna steal any type of headline. So I get it from a standpoint of letting them focus on whatever.
He ain't been focused on that.
People have
Trevor has always been in the limelight.
I understand that, but you know what? The light was just a little bit dimmer having the number 85 on.
But why is that a positive? That's what I don't understand.
Because he can focus on football without having
to focus on
the media.
Listen. It's just a spin, Nick. It's just a spin. That's all it is. It's just a spin. It's not necessary to this man's development and becoming the greatest quarterback that he can be. It's just a spin because Urban deep down felt that I owe this guy this opportunity. Who the hell would Urban Meyer be without Tim Tebow?
Nobody.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about y'all trying to.
No. Like I said, look, I killed that with saying,
yes.
No.
We understand why he's on.
That's a spin.
But we all agree that we understand why Tebow got on the field. It's nepotism. It wasn't because of football skills.
We all agree.
It wasn't football skills. It was nepotism. So we
agree.
Past that. My new concern is why are y'all worried about Trevor Lawrence and pressure?
I'm with Nick on this one.
I'm not. It's not that I'm worried about it.
It sounds like because if you need to bring in Tim Tebow off the damn couch,
what I'm saying is
to relieve pressure.
I'm trying to give you reasons that may go through Urban Meyer's head.
It's the spin.
Anything that he can do because you're in a new system, new coaches, new everything. Let me bring in somebody that's familiar with me
too?
And can show you the Urban way. He can teach y'all how to do this.
The Urban way.
That's what this is. Urban Meyer speak. The Urban way, because he knows me better than anybody. So he's gonna be like my coach on the field with these players. They'll trust Tim Tebow. They'll listen to him. And it didn't work. It didn't work out like he thought. But that's what I believe he was thinking when he didn't bring that man there to make this roster. I don't think.
I think
he wanted them on the roster.
I don't think so.
I think he wanted.
If he wanted him on the roster, he would have let him play quarterback.
He had to. He wanted him
on that.
If he wanted Tim Tebow on this roster, he would have let him play.
I just realized what you just said. Get the fuck out of here.
He'd have hit him longer.
If he wanted to be fired the next day, he would have brought him back
in the first round. Then
because you saw the block.
I saw the block.
The thing that's the reason.
He had to know
No, that's the reason. It went viral.
Yes.
Skip was talking about it. First Take was talking about it. Shit. Your daughter, your 12-year-old daughter, she was talking about it.
They had to cut him.
They had why would you justify keeping him out?
That was a PR.
Who are you cutting to keep Tim Tebow? That's what people.
They saw that in practice, so he knew right away. Is what
he may have blocked a little bit better in practice.
My thing is that I knew he wanted.
They said up front he would.
I knew Urban Meyer wanted to keep him because he gave him 85. But if you wanted to give a bullshit tight end number, you'll give him what? 80, 81, 82, some bullshit number you don't care about. 85 stand out.
But y'all can't protect Trevor Lawrence. And I don't know if I'm buying. I understand the logic. I don't know if I'm buying that he brought Tim Tebow there to alleviate pressure and still headlines.
I want to be clear and say I don't agree with that sentiment.
Right, I don't agree with it either.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying out of my mouth. I'm not saying that he brought him in here to alleviate pressure. I'm just saying that's the spin.
But Shelton, you said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what I think. Yeah, I did.
People got him out of there.
I'm trying to.
People took the road. Yeah. No. He leaned a little bit like it ain't mine. It's on that side.
I can explain what the hell I was saying. That's not what I was saying.
I said that. I'm saying that. That's what I'm thinking that he could have been thinking when he brought him in there. Like that's less pressure on Trevor. We can focus now. That just one more thing that he can take off his plate because this guy got. I mean, like we said, this is the most anticipated quarterback in the last how many years in the NFL? So it's like anything to take. No longer than that. Tim Tebow may have been who before Tebow got this much hype. I mean, not Tebow, Trevor Lawrence. Before this.
He just said one of them, Andrew Luck.
Peyton Manning was the last one.
Peyton Manning, I would say maybe Andrew.
Luck
was the one because he had a whole hashtag. It was suck for luck. Pause.
No, Luck got it after he got there and they saw what he could do.
No, it was at Stanford.
No. When me and I agree with Shelton on this, the pressure of being number 1 overall drafted for Trevor Lawrence started his freshman year in high school. in high school. Andrew Luck wasn't until he showed what he could do in Stanford. Almost all of these other guys outside of Peyton Manning, we didn't know before high school. Peyton Manning was the last quarterback at high school. He was like, oh, well, he's going to be number one.
Yeah,
he was Archie Manning's son. Okay, so fine.
It's a foregone conclusion. And it's been that way his whole life. So, So what I'm thinking, like I said, my only thinking is let's alleviate some of this, like when you talk about spin, let's take the spin this way, the story go that way, so we can focus on football over here. That's the only reason I would think he would bring it back.
I got a question for you.
Other than the nepotism too.
Would you want your number one quarterback to have that type of pressure removed from him?
No, I wasn't talking about for me. I'm saying the reason why I think he brought because I don't know of another reason he would have brought him in. I had to be clear on that.
But then,
what I'm thinking.
But answer the question though. Would you want that? Would you want pressure relief?
I mean, he got to have pressure because pressure is what builds diamonds.
Okay.
So I want him to have as much pressure as possible and be able to handle that pressure and go forward and do great things.
Well, I think the key word that you said is possible, because I think a coach's best job is to remove as many roadblocks and to make your job as easy as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand what your quarterback can and can't do at the point in their career. So I don't know how Urban feels about Trevor Lawrence, right?
He felt pretty positive about it when he come out of retirement.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? It's Trevor Lawrence. But at the same time, if he feels that he can't, and I'm not putting words in Urban Meyer's mouth or nothing like that. I'm out here just talking.
You speculating.
I'm speculating.
Yeah.
If Urban feels that he couldn't handle the pressure, I don't know how Tebow fixes that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think, and let me clear that up too. I don't think it's Urban thinking he can't handle the pressure. I'm just thinking the hype coming from everybody. You know, everybody expects Trevor Lawrence to win. No matter where he goes, you expect him to win. They expect him to be 16-0. This is Trevor Lawrence. He's won everywhere he's been. So all you think about, like what you talked about, how he struggled, most people don't see him that way. Most people still see sunshine as the greatest thing since Jesus came back. You see what I'm saying? So that's how they view him. So when he go out there and these games start piling up, these losses come, that star gonna go down, and it starts preseason immediately. Eyes on him. So any type of advantage or edge, a smart coach can.
Well, last thing I'll say is Urban Meyer did Tim Tebow dirty. He did him dirty, bringing that man out of retirement, knowing good and goddamn well this man wasn't gonna get on the goddamn field. They gonna fight.
So let me ask you something, Ken. So, like, you know, let's say 15 years from now, you know, let's say I'm out the game, you still doing a podcast or some shit. Yo, Ken, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a little guest appearance. You just gonna tell me no, bro?
You know, the thing is, you're good at it. Tim Tebow wasn't good at it. Right. I would have you.
You kind of struggle on the show. So I'm gonna bring you back to be the host.
I will say the Jaguars out the gate. I think we should probably do this for the rookies though. Say their first 5 games the team will face. The Texans is week 1. They're out on the road. They're at home for the next 2 games, which will be at with the Broncos and with the Cardinals. Game 4, they play the Bengals on the road. Game 5, they're at home versus the Titans, and Game 6, they're at home versus the Dolphins.
1-5 or 2-4.
The only wins I see out of that is possibly Cincinnati and Houston.
Yes.
So yeah,
I don't think they're gonna beat Cincinnati.
It depends on.
They can. I just don't think
it depends on.
It's all on Joe Burrow.
Yeah, it depends on Burrow at that point.
All on Joe Burrow.
But yeah, we got a couple super chats. Josh Bros, shout out to you.
What up, Josh?
Like the stream, hit the like button. That thumbs up button.
Will this be Matt Ryan's last year in Atlanta? And do you see the Falcons as a top 3 pick at the end of the year?
Whew. How many years he got left on his contract? I know it don't really matter, but
it's hella money though.
But I think after this year, it becomes a less of a cap hit. Like, you could actually let him go after this year and not feel what you would have felt this year if you would have done it.
I think he plays out his contract only because they didn't draft Justin Fields and they don't have any other.
He has to play out his contract. That's the only reason why they didn't draft Justin Fields.
Well, I don't see them making that mistake again. If a quarterback steps up,
ain't no Justin Fields coming through the next draft for the next couple of years.
It's Spencer Rattler.
If Spencer Rattler is available, they're not going to.
They gotta be a top 3-5 pick to do that.
Here's the thing. So, what do y'all think if the Falcons struggle out the gate? Like, let's say 1-4, 1-5.
They can't do shit.
No. So you don't think at that point in time you might look to trading Matt Ryan?
Where?
Nah.
So you don't think Matt Ryan has suitors?
Yeah, teams are gonna need a veteran quarterback.
What team?
And think Denver.
Yep.
Denver could always use a Matt Ryan.
I can see Denver, but that depends on how Drew Lock's playing.
Denver. Drew Lock.
Hey, if Drew Lock get him, people said it. They are QB away. Drew Lock could be that. Drew Lock got a gun on him.
But Matt Ryan takes they're a Super Bowl contender with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, Denver.
I don't
not
see
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh.
I don't see them unceremoniously unseating Ben Roethlisberger.
Especially all the shit they put up with Ben.
But he's injury prone. That's why I say that.
They're still not going to trade.
Happens to him.
Yeah, they're still not doing it.
Like if he gets hurt,
they still not doing it.
Washington football team, I can see them.
Fitzmagic may be balling by that point.
But by that point, he might be Fitztragic.
They a quarterback away too.
He might be Fitztragic though.
The Colts. The Colts are.
Yep.
They just traded for Carson Wentz. What they got?
That nigga, but he might not.
But they ain't got shit to give up.
Shit, yes, they do.
They got stuff.
All right. They got all right.
So you gonna break apart the Super Bowl team you picked up just to get this goofy ass nigga?
He's still more positive than negative for them.
Yeah. It's only a handful of teams. Houston Texans, maybe. Vegas, maybe.
Vegas, I can see that's the most realistic one, in my opinion. But even then, that don't really do shit for them.
Well, nah. I was gonna say New Orleans, but they're not gonna do it in division.
Here's Atlanta's first 6 games. They're at home against the Eagles. That could be a win.
Yeah,
that should be a win. The next two games are on the road. They face the Buccaneers. That's a loss. They face the Giants. That's a loss.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, the Giants.
They on the road against the Giants.
They on the road against the Giants, but then they have a home stretch where they face the Washington football team and the Jets. Those would be 2 wins. And then the 6th game.
I think Washington can beat them. Because they can get to Matt Ryan can't move.
I think the Eagles are gonna beat them.
All right, so you done with the schedule?
Yeah, the last game is on the road against the Dolphins.
Okay.
Yeah, they losing that.
All right, so I got the quarterbacks. This is unofficial, but close enough. Spencer Rattler's 1. Sam Howell.
Out of Houston,
North Carolina.
He's high on people's radar.
Who's the one out of Oklahoma?
They saying he can ball.
Spencer Rattler, okay.
Yep. Kenan Slovis.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter. Malik Willis, never heard of him. Matt Corral.
Malik Willis is nice. From Liberty?
Yeah, Liberty.
Yes, sir.
Carson Strong, Kenny Pickett, Jaden Daniels, and Tyler Show. Those are the top 10 on this list. So if Sam, Spencer, these are the ones that I know.
Yeah, but
and Jaden,
give me the top 3.
If they bought, my top 3, because I don't know if Slavis can play. Can he play? I haven't really seen him. Anyway, the top 3 is Spencer, Sam, and Slavis. And I saw those on a couple of different drafts. Yeah, USC.
Well,
if any of those play well, and I think Sam is the guy, Matt Ryan may be in trouble.
Yeah. And you got to look at this too, as well as the decision making for taking quarterback. A lot of the bad teams in the league have good young quarterbacks.
Yeah,
that they're not gonna just get rid of. So 1 or 2 of these guys could fall to wherever the Falcons are drafting. Now, I definitely think they're gonna be drafting in the top half. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they make the playoffs. Not in the division that they're in.
Too many holes.
And now without Julio, and
too many holes on defense.
Too many holes. So for me, they should get a quarterback. I think they fucked up and they should have got Justin Fields, but it is what it is. But they have to get a quarterback. And I think regardless of the record, regardless of however this shit plays out,
first round pick is a quarterback.
You got to take a quarterback.
Gotcha.
Because Matty Ice is just in pure regression at this point. Now, is he better than the majority of quarterbacks in the league still? Yes. Right. But past 2 years,
they're not going to win with him.
Do y'all think top 3 is that too off?
Top 3 what?
As far as like their draft pick.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're going to be that bad.
They're not that bad.
I think they're going to be close to where they were. I think between 7 and 12.
Yeah,
that's where they'll be. Because they're not a horrible team.
No, I think they'll be a top between 4 to 8 pick.
Yeah,
I was thinking 6 to 10. Same thing.
Yeah, same thing. We got another super chat. We them boys. Shout out to you, man.
What's happening?
Who has more pressure? Tua or Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw what everybody was saying. Tua. I say
Third
Daniel
year.
Jones
Why are you saying Daniel Jones?
because he's had more time. Tua. First off,
Are you not thinking about context at all? You just thinking about years?
I'm thinking about the fact that both those teams, like Giants, got a lot of talent on that roster right now, and they invested heavily in the wide receivers in the other areas of that team. So they're going to expect him to produce right away. Tua, he got a talented roster around him, and he's going to have pressure on him too, just not Danny Dimes type
You don't
pressure.
think that if the Dolphins had like a quarterback, like we haven't seen what Tua's going to be, so I'm talking about like a quarterback of elk of Matt Ryan, a little bit better. You don't think they're a Super Bowl contender?
Yeah, but the reason why the Dolphins move in a direction is because that defense carries them. Now they've added the weaponry, you know what I'm saying, for a young quarterback to be to grow and mature. But the reason why I think Daniel Dimes has more pressure right now this particular season is because regardless of who the quarterback is, the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs. That defense is too damn good for
They're not making the playoffs.
And that's the reason why I say the Giants are not in. I don't think Daniel Jones.
Who making the playoffs over them in that division?
We'll do it. We're gonna have our football show for you.
My thing is like I think it's Tua has more pressure because the Dolphins damn near are way ahead of schedule than they expected. Like you said, they can win games without the nigga for real. They have been winning games without the nigga. So it's like, and it's still the AFC East, so you only got the Bills to worry about. Jets is gonna be a piece of shit, and the Patriots, we don't even know who their quarterback is, so that means they ain't gonna really do shit this year. So that's at least 3 to 4 wins right there. My thing is Tua before the injury was like one of the hottest niggas coming out of college football. And everybody thought he was going to be fire, bona fide franchise.
I liked him, and I hate Alabama.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like that star has fallen off so much that niggas were questioning, why did y'all pick him top 5? Y'all could have done something else with that draft pick.
But nobody is talking about Tua now in that same regard, right? Like I think everybody has kind of
that's a bad thing.
Tempered expectations.
That's a bad thing though.
But that's the reason why the pressure isn't there. Because here's the thing. I can see Daniel Dimes getting unseated before Tua does.
I don't know. They was talking about trading Tua just this past offseason.
Who was the backup in Miami?
They were talking about trading him because of who was available.
Exactly.
And that's the difference.
Kind of an indictment.
Yeah. If Patrick Mahomes, if Aaron Rodgers was available, but you still got Patrick Mahomes, are you trying to trade Patrick?
That ain't the same thing.
I'm just saying. But that says how much they care about their quarterback.
What I'm saying though is, if you could have got Deshaun Watson in New York, if it was a possibility, you make that trade in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I'm with Nick. I think it's Tua because we already know Daniel Dimes can't play.
All right, okay, chill the fuck out. I knew he was going to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Come on, Ken.
I lost that one. Ken is absolutely right. They know exactly what trash they get.
The man, the myth, the legend is. Let me pull up their schedule. Go ahead, Ken.
Pull up his schedule. We don't know what Tua is yet.
Yeah.
We don't know what Tua is.
Ken just goes saying Tua ain't shit. He found out he wasn't black. He turned on him. That was the day he turned on him.
And what Ken just said, we don't know what Tua is yet. That's the reason why I don't think the pressure is on him, because they're giving him the leeway and the time.
Say the same thing about Danny.
No, we know.
Come on,
we know what he is.
What is he? I'm just asking.
A liability.
Yes, and that's the reason why this season they went out and got him the weaponry on the outside, because this is make or break for Daniel.
They was hurt last year too.
I feel all that, but it's not make or break for Tua yet. Next year,
I think this is the year break.
No. It's not. It's not make or break for Tua yet. Next year is make or break for Tua. What year is this for Daniel Dimes? Number 3. What year is this for Tua? Number 2. When it's Tua's 3rd year and he looked like he let last year,
yeah,
bro, you on the hot seat, bro.
Then why are we comparing them if it ain't the same situation?
What do you mean? You're the one that asked.
That was the question.
I'm just saying, but the question has been asked outside of this motherfucker asking us this shit.
But they don't necessarily pit those 2 quarterbacks together. So if we're pitting those 2 quarterbacks, if Daniel Jones does not play at a higher level than he has his first 2 years, they're looking at another quarterback.
But I will say this though, Daniel Jones has every reason to be successful.
Yes.
I mean he got the top running, one of the top, well not the top running back, one of the top running backs in the league. Yeah, and he got all those weapons on the outside, and the offensive line is solid.
And a tight end.
He got a good tight end too.
Offensive line ain't as solid as you think. They almost as bad as the Bengals. But let me read out these first 6 games. They're at home against the Broncos. They're on the road against Washington. They're at home against the Falcons. They're on the road. They do a 2-game road stretch against the Saints and the Cowboys. And then they at home against the Rams.
I can't call now one of them games. I can't tell you. Like, all those are pick 'em games.
Yeah, it is.
Every one of those games.
Nah, I'll tell you, for what I'm seeing, I say 3-3 at best.
Yeah, that's what I say. Just because they're all so even. They could win or lose either one of those games.
I hope at worst it's 2-4.
Let me ask you this.
But I think they're 3-3.
Do the Giants win the division?
They could have won of the
No. This year. This year, right
if the
now.
Eagles ain't do that fuck shit, they was gonna win the division.
This year, right now, is Daniel Dimes leading the G-Men to the division.
He's leading them to a winning record.
I
I think Dak is gonna win the division.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, I think Dak justifies
but
the
if
money.
Daniel Dimes is that guy, he wins the division.
He wins more games than they like. To me, this year he proves that he's the franchise QB. That's all I'm saying. If he wins the division, he wins the division. But I think he proves that. But all y'all think he's not is a franchise. I think he's gonna prove that. Like Shelton said, this is the best opportunity, the best stage for us to see who the fuck Daniel Jones is. And I'm gonna tell you right now, he a fucking legend after this season. This season, he gonna put up some numbers. All right, he may not get there because the team ain't ready yet. We still seasoning.
Just be ready, Colt McCoy.
Y'all hating.
Be back in the saddle.
We got another super chat.
Super chat.
We got Oblivion Radio. What's going on?
What's happening?
Have y'all seen the 2K ratings? If so, what's y'all thoughts on it?
Yeah, I've seen a couple. So here's my thing. I feel that KD and Giannis should both be 99. Like, both of them motherfuckers are unstoppable. They're both rated 96. LeBron is rated 96, if I'm not mistaken, as well, or like 94 or something like that. Steph Curry is 96.
Yeah.
Steph should be 99.
They tripping.
Them 3 guys should be 99.
They seen what I seen. They seen he can get him to the playoffs. He like, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Then explain Giannis.
What?
Why is he ranked so low?
What he got?
96. He should be 99.
It's because of free throws. You can't be airballing free throws, bro. You can't be 99 airballing free throws. Come on.
98. I think Joker's too low.
Nah, he right.
He said he right.
94.
You're too high.
He too high. He should be 88.
Yeah.
I think he should be a 96. I think Trey Young is way too low.
What do you got?
They disrespected him. 89.
80 something. Yeah.
That's about right.
That's a good man. This is breakout year.
But look here, I think that I don't think they're far off.
I got to see the marks for it. How they getting there? That's the
Look,
question.
I don't think they're far off. So I'm not saying, it's a complete indictment, but I think he should be in the 90s.
It must be about the defense.
So what I'm hearing is that nobody is 99.
No, nobody's 99.
Okay, so that clearly was intentional.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why they decided to not do that.
But I definitely think Trey Young should be 90, 91. Just because of the perform. Bro, the playoffs.
That's too early.
The playoffs.
What was his rating? What was his rating the year before that?
I don't know.
He can't jump from
65.
What was LaMelo?
84.
Okay.
What? That's high. That's
some bullshit.
That's high,
And that's
bro.
why I'm saying
High.
Trey should be in
That's
the 90s.
high. Yeah.
Hell no.
You can't-
Then you're right about that.
Yeah, you can't
Melo
have-
Melo should at least be 70.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that.
You know what Zion is?
What?
74.
Zion is 89 or 88. He's either 88 or 89. I feel like that. I feel like
I
that's
can make him a
little
90.
bit
He
got
should be 90. He should be
85.
90.
Who?
LaMelo got 85.
That is
85?
way
That's
too
way
high.
high.
That
That's
is
way
way,
84, you're
too
right.
high,
Yeah,
bro.
He should be 80 to 82.
No, I'm cool with 84 being a rookie of the year, all of that.
Nah, man.
But you at
too high, bro.
85?
84.
He just a couple of off Zion.
I feel you. I think Zion should be like
He should be 90. Yeah, 90.
LeBron said KD's rating was too low. He should be 99.
Yeah, he should be 99.
LeBron didn't.
He
like
has
it.
no weakness.
What's Ben Simmons?
Oh, I don't know.
6.
He's a 76.
Hell no.
Incomplete.
I don't even know what Embiid is, but Embiid needs to be in the.
He gotta be at least 95.
He got to be
Yeah,
95.
90s.
95.
Who else?
Let me see Ben Simmons 2K rating.
What's another? What was another?
James
What's Anthony
Ben
Edwards?
Simmons got an 84.
Wow. What's Anthony Edwards?
It's probably going to be an 82.
What's Julius Randle?
Let me check.
78.
I swear, y'all hate. Y'all just do nothing but hate.
Let me check Anthony Edwards, and then I'll check him.
Hey,
All right.
read the super chat. Real
Yeah, Josh Bros, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Who do y'all see having a better year and more likely to be on their team next season? Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, or Drew Lock?
Wow.
Who do y'all see having a better year and more likely
Derek
to
Carr?
be on?
Anthony Edwards 82.
Okay, so that's.
I think
that's
Drew. I'm
messed
gonna go
up.
Drew Lock.
Anthony Edwards too high too.
Nah,
The rookie should be
He's not a rookie
80
no more.
or below. I don't, man. They bullshit. He should be higher than LaMelo though.
No, you shouldn't.
But Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's gonna ball out this year.
You just saying that so you can fuck with him.
Yeah. I said Julius Randle is an 89.
Hey, we in there, baby.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's about right. That's about right
Yeah.
for Julius.
Most improved player. You got to be something.
But Trey is better than Julius, and they should not have the same rating. They shouldn't.
That's another discussion. That's another debate.
But out of those three quarterbacks, I think Drew Lock is the one that's going to have the most success.
Embiid is 95. But go ahead.
Who?
Embiid was 95.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony is 79.
Shit, he about to be 99 after this season, boy. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
But I do think
LeBron, who? LeBron, whose team is it showing? I don't know if it's LeBron after what this season. He been.
I think just off of respect, he should be at 80. Just off
Yeah,
of,
just
off of
GP.
respect.
I agree with that.
No, he should
Just
be.
off
He should be
respect.
88. But go ahead.
But yeah, Sam Darnold's gonna ball out, man.
You think so?
He
So
lying to you.
Watch.
He lying.
I think it's gonna be Drew Lock because of the weapons.
I agree with him.
Like,
I think this is gonna be a breakout year for Drew Lock.
it has to be. So you know how I was talking about Daniel
Teddy gonna
Jones? Same thing with Drew Lock. This make or break it.
He ain't got it.
I'm not saying he does. I'm
You
just
ain't-
saying
you ain't
he's
hear him-
poised to have the best out of those three.
You ain't hear him spit that Jeezy song on the sideline.
No way.
Drew Lock got some swag to him, kid. You sleeping on him, bro. He was, he was.
Teddy Bridgewater 2022. Come on, Teddy. Get your spot.
You ain't want Teddy. Don't act
Get
like
your
you
spot.
did. Who you picking, Sheldon, out of them three?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr about to be off his team before the season start.
Oh wow. He really is singing that Jeezy. He into it too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Derek,
I know he say nigga. I know he's saying this
with
shit.
a hard ER.
Yes, he's saying
he
that
in,
shit.
he in the best city to say it in
Yeah.
too. But nah, Sheldon, I think John Gruden don't give a fuck about Derek Carr. He just waiting for the right quarterback for him.
Well, you gonna keep waiting?
No, though. John Gruden is the type to get rid of. He would have been and got rid of.
He got rid of Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack.
You know what it is with the Derek Carr situation. I think that Gruden knows I can't do better than him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Not right now, yeah.
Not right now. So that's the reason why he hasn't moved on. Because let's be honest, even who are the Lions quarterback that's not with the Rams? Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford.
Is Stafford that big of an improvement over Derek Carr? Bigger arm, yes, 100%. But everything else is relatively the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's not a real guy for him to go get.
I'm with Drew Lock, baby. hey, that's my guy. I'm still going with Darnold, but I'm a Drew Lock fan.
Hey,
now.
I fuck with Drew Lock.
He was in. Hey, he looked like he been listening to black folk.
Yeah. He may have. I'm hoping he may be a.
He got that. You right. He had that.
He
swag
may
and
be a
everything.
Dirk. He may have a Dirk.
He might be,
have a
man.
black woman in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. Drew Lock slaves. I don't lock in the black. I don't know.
now you never talked me off the.
He was up here. Then he
I
brought it right back there.
I was gonna call him DL and everything.
You got another super chat?
Yeah.
His real name is Marquise.
Connor Pearson Ward. Shout out to you, man.
What's up, Connor?
If LaMelo is an 84, Trey Young is at least a 91.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you on that.
Okay. Yep. I don't know how I missed that video.
Yeah. So let's go. What's the other quarter? Oh, speaking, it's not Justin Fields, but another black quarterback, Trey Lance. How do y'all feel about him and so far in preseason? And
big ass arm, boy. That play, the first touchdown he threw, bro.
That's all I needed.
That is not. It looks very easy, right? Because of the way the play is designed, and he ain't had no pressure in front of his face. And I get that. Anybody that could throw a ball should be able to throw that. But to understand that he's at the opposite hash and he threw it outside of the numbers across the field with two defenders, that is not an easy throw.
You know how you were talking about how Matt Jones. That pass was literally just like that. It was there, like, bro, all you gotta do is run. It's gonna meet you where you at.
Check this out. We'll get back to Trey, but this is relevant to the conversation. 69%. This is Sharp Football. It was a great follow when it comes to football, by the way, on Twitter. Warren Sharp. 69% of Kyle Shanahan's career games as a play caller has come with these quarterbacks: C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins, Brian Hoyer, Johnny Manziel, Connor Shaw, RG3, Rex Grossman, Donovan McNabb, Kirk Cousins, John Beck, Matt Schaub, and Sage Rosenfield. The other 31% were with Jimmy G or Matt Ryan. Not a lot of talent there,
but still got it. But still got to 2 Super Bowls.
Yep. Dang, that's bad.
That says a lot about him.
And then just think about, and that's why I said if Kyle Shanahan or who's this Kansas City head coach?
Andy Reid.
If one of them two motherfuckers said that this quarterback can play, you ain't got to research. Don't even look at the film. If Kyle Shanahan says this quarterback can play, he could play because he know what the hell he doing with some damn quarterbacks.
Now I like Trey Lance. I think he's in the best situation to be in as a young QB. I honestly, health will be the only reason why they don't go far. Well, health and his growth development, because I think he still needs to work on some shit. I don't think they're gonna win anything this year, but I think in the next 2-3 years they can do something.
He shouldn't play this year, in my opinion.
He shouldn't, but I think if the right situation for Jimmy G presents itself, then you move on. Because that's
hold on, let me pull up their schedule.
But with that being said, I think that if Trey Lance is as cerebral as everybody is saying that he is, by week 5 or beyond, he'd be ready to go out there and contribute to winning. And what I mean by that, look, when we saw Ben Roethlisberger first come in, that man looked like a fish out of water. He was literally just handing the ball off to Jerome Bettis and letting the defense do what it do. Trey Lance could do more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with that defense and with the weaponry that they have and with Kyle Shanahan calling the plays, if it comes to a situation where Trey Lance takes over full time, they can win.
Here's their first 6 games. And this is where I'm like, okay, Jimmy G should start off. They're on the road. They start off the road on 2 games at the Lions, at the Eagles. That's not what I'm talking about, though. After that, they're at home against the Packers. They're at home against Seattle Seahawks. They're on the road against the Cardinals. They're at home against the Colts, and then they go on the road against the Bears.
That's a tough.
So that's the first 7 games right there.
Yeah, first 7.
That's when we would potentially see Trey. Is after
yeah, because then after that it's still a little bit murky because it's a home game stretch against the Cardinals, the Rams, but then they face the Jaguars and they face the Vikings,
and that's when you bring them in.
Yeah,
you're at home. You got 2 hard games and then the easy one.
Because you got into when is the trade deadline? Week 8.
It may move to 9, I guess, because they added an extra game.
They added a game. So if you don't trade him though, I think the only reason you don't trade him is if you're not going to play Trey Lance.
But the dead money is only $2 million for Jimmy G. I think either this season or after this season.
At the end of the day,
they're going to cut him. They're going to trade him.
Yeah, they're going to trade him. We need to get something back for that. Yeah. Even if it's not like a first round pick, we need some draft picks. Because Jimmy can go anywhere and start right away. Like if he went to the Colts right now, we'd be talking about Colts as a Super Bowl contender.
Josh Bros was good. Most overrated coach in the NFL.
Would it be Urban Meyer?
He hasn't really done much yet.
No, I won't say he's most overrated. He just got there.
Hold on.
Let me take a look.
Who's the coach of the Cardinals?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, Kingsbury.
I might have to say him. And I know this might ruffle some feathers, but Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay could be considered the most overrated coach, and I love Sean McVay.
But just talking about the title overrated though.
Exactly, the title of overrated because he got to one Super Bowl and he took Jared Goff there, but when you look at that offense. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of motion, it's a lot of run. So I don't know. Like
I'll say this, Pete Carroll. If we going off of his title,
I was about to say him.
I think it's Pete Carroll.
What about Harbaugh?
He was one I was looking at.
I'm gonna say Harbaugh. I'm gonna say Harbaugh. You know why? Because his teams, it never feels like he's the identity of the squad.
He's just there.
He's just there.
I got mine.
Who?
Gruden.
I knew he was gonna say Gruden's easy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
not the way that people been hyping him up. Y'all on this very show.
Really?
Have you seen?
Well, you know how he finished the season. Like they went on a.
No, they did.
Or they
did. They started to, and then they ended the shitty.
I know it was one or the other.
Yeah.
But either way, like.
No, Gruden, in the middle of that
skill, better than what people thought he was going to do, especially after he traded Khalil and Amari.
Yeah, I always thought that him and Mike Mayock was playing video games the way they played.
My thing is, I'm still remember. I just rewatched this yesterday. His intro to Hard Knocks. See, man, that motherfucker. When you get that nigga talking, bro, you'll go through a brick wall for that nigga. Yeah. Hey, that nigga's intro to that Hard Knocks season, bro.
He got a good football.
He got a good football. Well, he just know how to talk that football language.
I'm gonna say Harbaugh, and if his brother was in here, I'd say that Harbaugh.
Yeah, it's Harbaugh for me.
Oh, the brother, the one in Michigan.
Oh, yeah, he the most overrated college coach. Yeah. We got another super chat. Shout out to you, Chief
Miyagi.
Chief Miyagi was good.
Appreciate you as always.
AFC West: Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals, 49ers. Who makes the playoffs and who misses out?
The Cardinals and the Cardinals and dang,
that's a tough division.
49ers won't make it.
The Cardinals and the Seahawks.
I got the Rams.
The Rams and the Seahawks.
I
think the Cardinals barely.
I want to say to me it's between the Cardinals and the Seahawks who makes that second one.
I think Matt Stafford's going to make a difference.
No, I know the Rams are already in. I already said the Rams.
No. Cardinals.
I'm saying that there's another one out of this division. I know it's not the 49ers. I don't trust them.
Getting that Rams defense.
Cardinals got a lot of weapons though.
Yeah, Cardinals for me. Yeah.
And if Kyler Murray can if he can just have some more poise and make he got the talent and all that shit, it may come down to Cliff Kingsbury.
Y'all just told me Cliff was overrated though.
Yeah,
that's why I said I'm gonna go Seahawks. I'm gonna say Rams Seahawks then.
Rams, Seahawks, man, it's a tough division.
Man, we just said P-Rep.
Oh, he said the AFC West. It was the NFC West. My bad.
NFC West, yeah. But man, I don't know. This is a tough division.
Well, AFC West is easy, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the 49ers have everything. Like what holes do they really have?
Do you trust their quarterbacks?
Do you
trust them?
I trust Kyle Shanahan.
So you don't trust their quarterbacks?
I trust Kyle Shanahan.
Well, see, they can get the ball to Kittle. If Kittle is healthy,
yep,
they can get the ball.
And
to
now
Kittle.
they got the outside weapons too.
They got that too.
You got any liquor in there?
No.
You saying it's pretty late at night? I didn't know you was drinking this late. If your whole season is based off a tight end doing good, being healthy, you ain't got no quarterback,
that's
bro.
One of the top 2 tight ends in the league.
But you ain't got no quarterback. Quarterbacks move the needle, nigga. These tight ends don't do shit.
I don't know.
Jimmy
Tony
G is good enough with Kyle Shanahan. To me, I think the two teams that make it are going to be the Rams and it's going to be the 49ers. I think the Seahawks, they implode. The whole Pete Carroll.
You think this is the end? This is the beginning of the end?
This is the beginning of the end. And then I think
I don't disagree with
the
that.
Cardinals are just I know it sounds crazy, but they're just a year away. You know what I'm saying? Because I think defensively, even though they got J.J. Watt now, but J.J. Watt not the same J.J. Watt. Mm-hmm. But the defense is still not where it needs to be. Like I still don't think they have an identity. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, we know what they are. They got speed, weapons all over the damn field, but defensively, I don't believe in them.
I don't know. To me, the Cardinals could have made the playoffs last year, and that's what I was anticipating. but they didn't, and I was kind of shocked by that. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're not as good as I thought they were.
They ain't looking good as again.
But I'll say, to me, it's just the Seahawks because the Seahawks have the most stability outside of the Rams.
So the Seahawks are making it.
Yeah, I got the Rams and Seahawks. I was gonna pick the Cardinals because I do agree with you to a certain extent. There is something about this Seahawks team that's like it seems like they shouldn't be struggling the way they are, but they are. So that says something. But not JJ Watt, man. He at this point in his career, he JJ whatever. he don't need to. He ain't nobody right now.
If I was JJ Watt, I would have went to Pittsburgh to be with the fam.
That would make more sense.
Both of his brothers are there.
He's in a retirement city. You know, when anytime a player is about to retire, they go to the city that they gonna retire in.
Yep, Miami, LA, Phoenix. I feel you. Warm weather. I ain't got to deal with the cold.
Yeah. He ain't want to be with his brothers. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only reason he didn't want to go there. But yeah, I still just think it's going to be their year. I think
the Cardinals is their year.
I think Kyler going to step up this year and make some things happen.
I don't trust the coach, man.
D-Hop. The only problem is the running game is who's going to be pushing that rock. I don't know if Edmonds can do it.
Edmonds can't do it full time.
James Conner is there too. I don't know what he gonna do.
James Conner can't do it full time. He couldn't do it full time in Pittsburgh,
right? So but other than that, I still just got a feeling.
Defense too, though.
I know
the defense.
Simmons gonna play some ball this year, though. Simmons gonna be a monster.
He needs to because I feel that his rookie year was
Yeah, it was.
It was, like for all the hype he had.
He was trying to find himself, and he had a lot of hype.
You think it's like Tyrann Mathieu, where it takes a few years, then once he hits it, he hits.
Yeah. Because it was so much.
That's what I kind of felt like he was.
Yeah,
he's the same thing with Jabril Peppers. That's what the same thing.
Because these are tweeners. All three of those guys are tweeners. And they got to find their position and figure out where to put them. Like, okay, this works. Let's go.
Yeah. Wu Young, shout out to you, man.
Woo.
AB hit dude from the Titans like Pacquiao. Did y'all see that?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see the whole video. I just saw the still where his hair was right. I was like, "Damn, that was clean, bro."
Is he gonna be a problem?
AB?
Nah, he ain't gonna be a problem because they don't need him.
This is the most that you're probably gonna get out of AB all season.
Okay.
They love fights in preseason too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't see it. It was today.
Yeah, he got kicked out.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Because you know when they before they play the team, especially in preseason, they'll have
they had joint practices, and there's always a fight in joint practice.
Yeah,
Aaron Donald always snatching up somebody.
Boy, that nigga.
Ain't no way.
I was just saying that. I was like, bro, if I ever had a son like Aaron, like if he got to be as big as Aaron Donald, I may have to learn from him.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I must be like, hey.
Did you see when he fought this? I know this old, but when he fought Freeman from the Falcons, the way he lifted him up off the ground, he like had him up like a little kid.
You talking about the running back?
Yeah, he was just holding him up. You gotta look it up.
It don't surprise me.
He was just holding him up.
The nigga is a fucking tank. He's a fucking tank. You gotta kill that.
Have you ever watched him like work out in the weight room?
It's stupid.
Bro.
Stupid. And he's unblockable. You saw the Hard Knocks. I
just saw it yesterday.
The other day.
Yeah, they was like, bro, that's 99.
They can block him. They just
it can't be disrespecting him.
Where the video at of him not being blocked?
Oh my god! They double triple team him every play. Every play.
The only thing I agree with Ken is just more of like when it's in the playoffs, you don't always see those Aaron Donald plays that you see like everywhere else.
That's because he commands so much attention and it frees up the outside. That's what you want your tackle.
I'm just saying, but look, but in the biggest games, your biggest player is supposed to come through.
He does.
But here's the thing: at D tackle, it's not always about the stats. It's not about the sacks. It's not about the tackles. Sometimes certain D linemen, it's where you got to put 3 people on.
Correct. You have to give accountability for that man. That means your
every
coach,
time
you think about him the whole time you doing your job. That means the outside guys, the pressure's on them to get to the quarterback.
Because I'm doing my job.
My job is to tie y'all up, to keep y'all, watching the Panthers all these years. That was big. That's what Thomas
Davis too.
Yeah, he was big on that. Capers was big on letting those guys get to the quarter. The linebackers in his defensive ends, Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd. He wanted them to get to the quarterback. Those defensive tackles, them hogs in the middle, Preston Buckner, them dudes, their job was to clog up the lane and to keep you occupied. So those guys can
because what's their defensive schematic? 3-4.
Yeah.
And when you play a 3-4, look, I put it to you like this. One of the best nose tackles that I've watched play, Haloti Ngata for the Ravens. And I remember when why the fuck I can't remember nobody. Who's the middle linebacker for them? Ray Lewis. When they got Haloti Ngata, Ray Lewis said, "Oh shit, I'm about to have an MVP season."
Yeah,
because he kept him clean. Haloti Nada kept Ray Lewis clean, meaning that these old linemen on run plays, they wasn't getting to me. I can okay, boom. Let me get where I gotta go to. And that's what Aaron Donald does. And that's why sometimes I get the criticism where he doesn't necessarily show up. Like you can watch him and you're like, okay, well, he didn't do nothing. To the layman's, but if you, it's a three people. It's a three people to make him not do nothing.
His grades are off the charts. And the thing about him is, the thing about Aaron Donald that I like is the fact that we talk about how strong. We know how strong the man is. Strong. He's probably the strongest person in the NFL.
Right now.
But this dude has moves. His hands,
he's quick.
Are
quick
incredible. So he's getting you off of him. He's making all these moves, and it's talking to defensive linemen about that kind of stuff. They like, man, look at his hands. Look at how he's moving. This dude is doing all kind of stuff with. So it's not just the size; it's the skill that makes him what he is.
And you know what? Like power comes in a lot of different varieties, but Aaron Donald has them all.
Yeah,
like he has the power to. He doesn't have to explode right off of the line.
Yeah.
He can keep you here and be like, okay, let me move you. Let me go get what I gotta
did
do.
that too.
Or he can get right off the ball. Aaron Donald has no weakness. There's no weakness in his game.
Ken rolling his eyes. Hold on, let me get to this. Let me get to this super chat. Josh Bros, bro. I appreciate. Hey, I was. Hey.
I pulled up the highlights. This video is short. This shit is like 3 minutes long. I'm not on my line. It says Aaron Donald full season highlights from the NFL 2020 is 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
He's still a great player. Josh Bros, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you supporting us tonight. He said, cheers for the entertainment, guys. I had shoulder surgery, and this is keeping me sane. Hey, I hope you make a full recovery, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Get well.
He said, how do you rank these three? Stafford, Dak, Tannehill. All right, Dak is Dak number one.
Tannehill number
Dak
two.
number two. And Dak number three. It's like I'll say I got Dak, Stafford, Tannehill.
I got Dak, Tannehill, Stafford.
Stafford, Dak, Tannehill.
I'm okay.
Wow.
Y'all got Stafford over Dak?
Stafford over Dak Prescott?
Coaching. Lack thereof in Detroit.
You don't think there was a lack thereof of coaching when Dak was playing?
Yeah, but naturally, Stafford is a better player than him.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
And then if he would even had any semblance of coaching within the, do you understand that Matt Stafford has led the league several years in yardage? There's like 2 or 3 times he led the league.
So you're saying Jason Garrett has been that great of a coach over all the coaches in Detroit?
Dak led the
over
league in
Stafford's
yardage for the last 2 years.
Outside of Jim Caldwell, yeah.
I told you, Dak. I think Dak led the league in yardage for the last 2 years until he got hurt.
Last 2?
His
year before.
The first like 3 or 4 years, the
2 in
first
a row.
3 years of his career, only Brady won more games than him.
Okay, that's cool. Dak was drafted into a situation that was win now. Because you got to remember, Tony Romo was there. Tony Romo in preseason broke his collarbone. And for the beginning of the season, Dak took over. That team was ready to win. So that's number one. Number two, Stafford, from a talent perspective, number 1 overall pick, big cannon of an arm, decided to do football instead of baseball. The motherfucker was throwing 100 yards. 100 miles an hour. Like, big arm. He's out of those 3, he's the best passer.
Okay.
Now, I give you Dak is probably more mobile, but that's the only thing Dak is better at.
Dak is an overall better quarterback.
He's not.
I think overall,
I think so. I mean,
not as an arm talent, no. But
Okay,
neither was
not a
Peyton.
better quarterback.
Peyton Manning never had a big arm. Tom Brady don't got a big arm.
If we swap Dak and Stafford, which team do you think wins more?
You're talking about with the
Whichever one
Rams and
Dak
the
is on.
Cowboys?
No. With the Lions.
No one's winning with the Lions.
But,
No one's winning. I'm answering the question. Yeah,
So
no
don't
one's
worry
winning.
about the
Well,
Lions.
that's kind of the point, though.
No.
No.
All right, fine.
If you put Stafford with that Cowboys team, you're talking Super Bowl.
so who's gonna have a better year, Dak or Stafford?
I think Stafford will.
I still think Stafford got hype. We got to see it. I still want to see something.
What you need to see?
He's ended up coaching his whole damn career, besides Jim Caldwell.
Now he had Schwartz. Schwartz won him like 11 games. He won 11.
Schwartz.
What the
That
fuck
was
the
him
nigga's
and
name?
Megatron. That was him and Megatron.
And Dak never had a Megatron.
He didn't go to the
Yeah,
playoffs
yeah,
until
Amari-
Jim
Amari
Caldwell.
damn sure ain't no Megatron.
He did not go. Where's B when we need him? He did not go to the playoffs until Jim Caldwell got there.
No, he went. Schwartz won
Shout
on at
out
least
Jim
10
No,
games.
he did not. He did
Hold
not
on.
go to the playoffs
Let me see.
This
10 games don't guarantee you the playoffs.
In that division, it should.
In the NFC North
If you win
with Green Bay and
that's it.
Chicago, no, bro.
Chicago wasn't good back then.
Chicago is always relevant. They may not always make the damn playoffs, but them motherfuckers is always relevant. They always got a good defense. They always got some. They always put a monkey wrench into some damn plan out there.
So y'all think Stafford's gonna have a better year than Dak?
Yes.
I'll disagree. I had to see. Well, I had to see if Dak's raggedy arm come back. If
All I know is
they made the playoffs in 2011 and 2014. And 20. Hold on, is this the right one? Yeah, 2016, 2014, and 2011. Who were
So yeah, they went 2 times under Caldwell.
yes,
Jim Schwartz was not a good coach though.
yeah, Stafford.
Schwartz had a playoff team?
Yeah, 10-6. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to New Orleans. You're right.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it. So
That was his only winning season.
yes, I didn't say he was a great coach. I'm just
But
saying
you hyped him up.
I
like,
said he had cracks.
You said he had Schwartz. Like Schwartz was a good coach.
I'm saying no. We were talking about Jason Garrett. Like the question was, has Jason Garrett been that great of a coach compared to anything? Compared to anything? Compared to anything? No, I'm saying compared to anything in Detroit.
Right. And I said the only good coach he had was Jim Caldwell.
So what good
and
coach
you
did
said
Dak have?
Schwartz. Schwartz had one good
What
season.
good coaches did Dak have?
Jason Garrett.
You ain't talking about Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett is a way better coach. Bro, I'm looking at the record. 2-14.
Don't look at the
6 and
record.
10. No,
Look at
we
the
got
coach.
to. No.
Jason Garrett was a joke. Don't look at the record.
Is Jason Garrett better than 2-14?
Don't look at the record.
Is he better than 6 and 10?
Don't look at the
Is he
record.
better than 4 and 12? Why not, Shelton?
Black
This record matters.
Black coach LeBron in won games.
No,
But that's LeBron.
29 and 51
I was
as
just saying.
the coach.
I was just saying. Like I think that. I was just saying that basically. I think that Dak. Going back to the main point, I think Dak is.
And then he had Matt Patricia. We all talked about how horrible he was.
Yeah, Matt Patricia's trash. I think Dak and Stafford are in 2 different classes when you're talking about arm talent and talent overall. Just as a quarterback in that position, what matters.
And Stafford is
But
iron.
as a QB and how you run a team,
The moxie and the winning and all this stuff. Attitude.
I'm rolling with Dak
Dak.
over Stafford.
Give me that. Give me that.
All I say,
Because it wasn't like the Cowboys was winning a bunch of shit before
all I
Dak
say,
got there.
if you swap them out, the Cowboys go way further with Stafford than they do.
We'll
now.
see how far Stafford go with this team.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we get to see the real Stafford now.
No, we will. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we will. Yep.
Let me pull up the Rams schedule. Because everybody predicting they going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know who's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they coming out the gate hot. First game is at home against the Bears. They're on the road against the Colts the second game, so that should be a win.
That's 2-0.
They placed at home against the Bucks. Then
2-1.
they face at home against the Cardinals.
3-1.
Then they're on the road to face the Seahawks and the Giants.
4-2.
They're gonna be 3-3.
I think 4-2.
3-3. I think they're gonna lose to the Seahawks.
The Bucks. And I'm gonna put the
Cardinals gonna beat them too.
I don't think the Cardinals gonna beat them, but it's either between the Bears and the Giants that may sneak on them. Because if Justin Fields can give him a little bit something, well, he ain't starting. He ain't starting the first
That's
game.
what I'm saying. He's not starting.
He's not starting the
because
first
that's
game.
the first game.
Yeah,
He's
so
not.
that's a win. And then
Yeah.
the Colts don't have a quarterback, so that's a win. That's 2-0.
And even if like I really wanted Justin to start, I wouldn't start him against Aaron Donald and him.
No,
Like
Nah,
bro.
nah.
not that defense.
Yeah, nah. You chill. You're not ready for that.
Yeah, I can see 3-3. I can see 3-3. Y'all talk me into it.
Got another super chat.
Yes, sir.
Presto_T. Shout out to you, man.
Presto Teach. Thank you for the love always.
How do y'all think the Packers do this year?
I think-
Same as they always do.
The last 2-3 years.
Between 11 and 13 wins?
Yep.
Mhm.
NFC Championship.
Very
game.
consistent.
You think NFC Championship?
Mm-hmm. Who would you think would go in place of them?
It's going to be, I think the Rams do actually get far. And then also you got
But they ain't got more weaponry than
you still got the Bucks.
Yeah, I think the NFC Championship game will be Bucks versus Packers again.
I think Rams versus Bucks.
I don't see the Rams making it out there on division, personally.
Packers. Man, they got some internal issues going on with that
y'all
team.
overlooking that shit.
This
is his last dance. He's saying I'm done after this shit. He even said that he was thinking about retiring and not having a farewell tour.
Nah,
yeah.
He wanted his legacy to be with
I don't know. That's big. A couple of losing streaks and bro.
Damn, they could win a lot of games because they first 6 games.
Yeah, give us that 6. That's
can you got something to say before I go to this list?
Go where?
Before I say the list.
Oh, go ahead.
So they start on the road against the Saints. Then they're at home against the Lions. Then they're on the road against the Niners. Then they're at home against the Steelers. And then they do a 2-game road stretch where they face the Bengals and the Bears. And that's their first 6 games. They could be 6-0.
Could be 6-0, 5-1.
The only loss I could possibly see maybe is against the Steelers, depending on how Big Ben is doing.
I think they'll get back to the NFC Championship.
So shit. Because even after they face the Bears, they go against Washington.
That's about as close as they ever get.
Now that middle of their schedule, there's a stretch starting in November with they are out on the road against the Chiefs, they're at home against the Seahawks, they're out on the road against the Vikings, they're at home against the Rams, they're at home against the Bears, and then they go on the road against the Ravens, and then they're at home against the Browns.
Should win all those except probably the Chiefs. Those are winnable games with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, barring no critical injuries. We're talking. Like, I hope everybody understand we haven't accounted for any potential.
Yeah, everybody's healthy. This is like a Madden simulation. Everybody healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I like this next question.
Woo Young, shout out to you.
Woo.
Who do y'all think will be the most impactful rookie that's not a QB?
Kyle Pitts.
Hell no.
Fuck out of here.
Hell no.
I think offensively, he's probably going to have the nicest numbers out of all the offensive rookies.
Bust.
I don't know about bust.
He said bust. Hold on, let me look at these.
But I'm not on the Kyle Pitts bandwagon.
Ooh,
I ain't either. But I think them rookies.
So you know who I think, and it's because this position is so valuable, and if you don't have at least one good one, you're not gonna have a good defense. But I think Patrick Surtain.
I was gonna mention
when you look at the division he's playing in, and what you're asking him to do. If he's even like competent, you know what I'm saying? I think that helps that Denver defense immensely. Because ever since Champ Bailey left, like they haven't really had that guy like that. So I'm gonna say Patrick Surtain, another one. And I don't like this team like that, but I definitely think he can have an impact depending on how to utilize him. Michael Parsons for the Cowboys.
I was gonna say Micah.
Oh man, he looks good.
On Hard Knocks, he looked like a dog, and he won a hit.
Yeah. No,
I say mine was gonna be Michael Parsons. Defense, offense. I'm picking between Jamar Chase or Kadarius Toney, and obviously those are biased picks.
Yeah,
Najee Harris.
He ain't doing shit, bro.
Yes, he will.
And I'm only saying this not because of him. I think he's talented. It's because that offensive line retired on him too early.
Is that bad?
He lost both of them.
It's bad.
They was both Pro Bowlers.
But
he'll run over some folks.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, he fits Pittsburgh, and we already know what Tomlin gonna do, bro. Like he's gonna run that ball. Even though the last 2 seasons, I think Ben has averaged almost 38 attempts a game or some shit.
It's too much.
Shit like that.
Too much.
So I definitely think they're gonna balance out the offense a little bit more. But yes, O-line.
That last playoff game against the Browns, that said, nigga, we need to get the ball out of your hands, and not talking about quick passes. We talking about nigga, you need to pass this nigga off.
Give me two. I think Penei Sewell's gonna have a good year. Jalen Waddle, if he can stay healthy.
I don't think he's going to stay healthy.
I don't think so either, but they're going to try to force
him or Smith.
They're going to try. Yeah, they're going to try to get both them the ball on both them teams. J.C. Horn from Carolina, that cornerback, is getting rave reviews. They're giving him rave reviews right now. They're putting him in leadership category in that secondary already. They're saying he's the leader of the defense, and that's crazy for a rookie. They're saying he's big time.
You know what? We'll see when they play Tampa Bay.
That's it.
We'll see.
But they're saying he's big time. They really are saying he's got that spot on lock. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Josh
Last QB we were rookie QB we were talking about. Oh, did you have a question? Or,
No, the super chat came through.
oh,
No, what you was gonna say something about someone?
I was just gonna mention Justin Fields and what y'all thoughts about him so far in Chicago.
Damn fucking Falcons should have took him.
Oh, we ain't done him. Yeah.
No, we haven't. But the Falcons should have took him.
Panthers should have took him. Anybody that needed a quarterback should have taken him first.
I'm telling you, he is this draft class Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and he
probably will be. He probably will be.
He has it. He has the it factor. And that's what you look for.
And he fell to the right team.
He really did.
A team the team that's gonna love anything he does. That's gonna get him over 500, and he got a defense that he don't have to worry.
Because what I'm about to say sounds crazy as hell, but it's not that crazy when you really think about it. He's the best quarterback
they ever had.
Chicago Bears franchise history.
Already
had.
Not
He's
yet.
the best quarterback.
He ain't better than Jay Cutler yet.
McMahon?
He ain't better than Jay Cutler
He's the best quarterback.
We haven't seen him play a whole season.
Hey, what he can do, it don't even matter. Bro, look.
He's the most talented quarterback they've ever had.
You said talent, okay, fine. But Jay Cutler was pretty talented.
Jay Cutler
he got him to the NFC title game.
Jay Cutler was a basket case.
But he got him to the NFC title game.
The question is mental fortitude.
Talent, but he didn't have.
That's part of being an exceptional player.
The thing about him is that he's a franchise cornerstone. When you think about building a franchise, you want your leader to be that guy. He's that guy.
Mm-hmm. He's that guy.
And like you said, he proved it in that championship game against.
Yeah, bro. When he got hit, I was like, "Oh, he out the game." And he came back, and Jeremy Rucker, the tight end, he was like, me and you, we gonna win this game." And he just kept hitting him.
Josh Bros, shout out to you. Question out of left field. Which of these QBs do you think would have had a better career and win a ring if on a better team? Jay Cutler or Tony Romo?
Neither.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And look, let me tell you why. Because Tony Romo had an amazing cast. Good O-line, not amazing, but very good O-line, running game with multiple different running backs. Before Zeke, don't you remember Marion Barber and
DeMarco Murray?
DeMarco Murray,
yeah.
Yes, and they had Thunder and Lightning. He always had Jason Witten. He always had a wideout. Like the defense was always
T.O. Des Bryant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So like to me, Tony had everything you needed to win, but Tony was Tony's biggest problem. And I always said it. It's not if you make a mistake, it's when you made the mistake. And Tony had an uncanny ability of fucking up when you can't come back.
Right.
I'll say this. Early, the first 5 years, to answer this question, I'll say Jay Cutler.
Cutler, easy.
Yep.
When during the Denver Broncos years,
Cutler.
It was Cutler. But after that, I'll go with Tony Romo.
Cutler was lazy.
He was.
Yeah, but Cutler.
Because Cutler... And I think this is the gift and the curse when you have such tremendous arm talent. Sometimes you think, fuck
you start
all
slinging
this
shit.
film shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If he open, I'm going to just get him the ball. I'm going to force it to him. And I think that was Cutler's demise.
Chill Vibes 24, shout out to you, man. What are y'all thoughts on Christian McCaffrey? Overrated or deserves the hype? Also, what do y'all expect from Saquon this season if healthy?
He deserves the hype.
He deserves the hype.
Because my biggest question wasn't that if he could play in the NFL, because I knew you can put him in space and move him around and he could be productive. But when he could, I was surprised he could run between the tackles.
Is he the best running back when healthy?
Who? King Henry?
Yeah, I'll go Derrick Henry.
You was about to say somebody else too.
Yeah, you were.
You didn't even think about Derrick Henry until you said it. I thought you had somebody else on it now.
To me, they're kind of like 1A, 1B, obviously completely different. But the reason why I have to say 1A, 1B is because if you're talking about pure running, who's tackling Derrick Henry? Nobody. But then when you're talking about football player, everything, blocking, running, catching, all of it,
I say Saquon is 2.
This is not Madden, bro.
No, I'm talking about is one healthy. We talking about one healthy.
Yeah,
I'll say Derrick Henry, Saquon, then I'll put C-Mac.
See, that's why he put the little win healthy thing on it.
Yeah, he got one healthy.
Not even one healthy.
Saquon's overrated.
McCaffrey, to me, my biggest fear, and I said it last year before the season started, was I didn't think he was going to play 16 games. Didn't know he wasn't going to play hardly any. But him staying healthy has always been my fear. He was overused. Carolina He had
because he was the only thing.
Well, not necessarily. There was times when they could have.
Not necessarily.
They used him 96% of the time. Like he played
every
whole
down.
game, every down, and he shouldn't have been an every down back.
Shit, he got paid. If they ain't paying you to be on the bench.
I'm saying like that usage was too much for him to sustain. So I figured he was going to struggle last year physically, and he did.
What about Saquon if healthy? What do y'all expect from him this season?
I think Saquon's going to have I think he's going to have a decent season. I think it's next year's when he's going to really step it up and be back.
Saquon is Saquon, and what I mean by that, he's 2-3 yards here, 2-3 yards here, 55, 2-3 yards, 2-3 yards, 20.
That's not reliable, man.
And exactly, that's not reliable.
I disagree with you. I think Saquon's going to win comeback player of the year.
He may, but
you can't rely on that type of running.
He's not all that good.
He's good. Are you kidding me? All purpose.
Like
he can catch out of backfield.
But
he can block a little bit.
No.
He's not better than Christian when you're talking.
He's gonna. I'll say, Christian. I'm gonna make a declaration right now.
No, Lord.
Saquon is gonna have a better season than C-Mac. Book it. Saquon is gonna have a better season than C-Mac.
Y'all heard it
he
here,
he gonna make it seem like C-Mac who?
No, C-Mac.
He gonna have.
It's a couple things out of his favor.
Has Christian McCaffrey? I want to say the last 2-3 years has led the NFL in total yards.
Yes, until this past year when he got hurt.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Saquon ain't passing that.
Christian McCaffrey runs routes better than receivers, so that's what he's everything.
Well, he has to because they ain't got nobody. Y'all ain't got nobody, so he got to. He gonna play defensive end. Y'all.
That's what's gonna hurt more than anything else. You got weapons everywhere on your offensive side, but except for line.
We still a running football team. We smash mouth. This the New York Football Giants, Sheldon. We smash mouth football.
Y'all know what running back we forgot too in that list? Alvin Kamara. I like Kamara, and I've always thought
Kamara ain't shit for real.
I'm kind of back. I'm leaning a little bit with Nick. He's more of a special,
than anything else.
Yeah,
he's more of a receiver.
He's a change the pace back.
What I'm saying though is he makes plays.
No, he does.
He does.
And
you got to have a great quarterback though.
Yeah, he's been healthy for the most part.
Oh, Dalvin is nice too. Dalvin Cook.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about Dalvin Cook.
Josh Bros, he may be better than C-Mac too. Josh Bros,
you tripping?
Last one for y'all. He's the last one for me. Y'all appreciate the answers. Could listen to you guys all day. We appreciate that.
Josh. You ain't got to stop.
Nick Chubb is that guy.
Is Odell still a top 5 wide receiver? Also, shout out to Ken and FIFO for Dead End 365.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, nah, he's not.
We haven't seen him.
Talent wise, yes, but production, no.
I think it's over.
You think it's over?
I don't think we ever see him in top 5 as far as a receiver.
I think we can if they.
And I hate saying that because I was a huge fan coming out.
I don't think he gets back to top 5 status in Cleveland.
And I think just more better receivers are out there now.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got the young kid Justin Jefferson. You got Calvin Ridley's. Like you got people.
T-Hop.
See, but I this is the reason why I'm still optimistic OBJ can get there. Is because his game is different than all of the other greats in the game right now. Because he can do what all of the greats, if healthy, big caveat, right? It's been 3-4 seasons that he hasn't been. Mm-hmm. But if healthy, he has all of the route running ability. He has the top end speed. He has the over the top. But what these guys can't do is take that 5-yard slant, juke.
You still think he can do? You still think he can do that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Have you not seen his offseason, like him coming back?
I haven't, but that's why I'm saying he's not top 5. Only because I do have concerns about the health.
No, 100%. Yeah. Look, and that's what I'm saying. He's not top 5 because he's not been on the field. But when I still look at the talent and what I've seen him like. The speed is still there. The quick twitch is.
So he still got all that.
He still has all of that
from that injury.
He don't know.
Okay,
I'm talking about you. Talking about when he outside in San Francisco running with Golden State Warriors, them cuts.
He plays wide receiver. He's not like he's playing running back. He's not playing D or O line.
But his whole thing is about his injuries have been to his
lower extremities.
Yeah,
I get all that, but we also live in 2021 where motherfuckers are coming back from injuries at an insane
T.O.
rate.
said he can still play.
He can.
He
at 47.
He can.
He can still run and all that. He's still.
I've seen him.
Have you seen him with his shirt on?
He could be a tight end in this league.
His hands is the question because he had the dropsies way back then. But yeah, physically he can still play. Look, OBJ still has top 5 talent. OBJ just has not been healthy enough to
Do
display.
you think he's gonna be a top 5 wide receiver this year?
No.
He never will again unless he gets with a quarterback outside of
That was the question.
Well, no. I believe he can be top 5 if he's traded from Cleveland. He's not gonna be top 5.
So he gotta be better because of somebody else.
No,
Isn't that receivers though?
well, not necessarily.
Not D Hop because he always bring.
That's an anomaly. You gave me one.
Well, Julio too.
Julio had a quarterback.
He has,
but even when he's had Matt Schaub, like he still puts up crazy numbers.
Okay, you gave me 2. Most receivers are very dependent, 100%. So that's unfair.
Well, I only said it to him because he always bring up D Hop, so that's why I was like, hold on. Like
with the case of OBJ, it's not even that he needs somebody else this, that, and the third. It's just Baker. There's no synergy,
but he connect with everybody else.
I get it.
Yeah, Andre, you late, bro.
It's just what happened.
I was talking about Andre, who said he's late as fuck.
But it's just there's no for whatever reason. There's just no synergy there. To me, if OBJ gets traded elsewhere, I don't know the destination.
So let me ask you this, because I know we said there's no synergy, but that was under the previous coach. Not the before Stefanski got there.
Stefanski was there last year.
Yeah, but
he got hurt.
Yeah, but how many games did he play under Stefanski?
Like 3. He played like 3. No, he played like
5.
How many games?
He didn't play that many. I don't think. Yeah, he got hurt.
He got hurt in that Cowboys or like after that Cowboys game.
Remember, it was that other guy that was coaching, Kitchens.
No. Last year Stefanski took.
I know,
okay.
but we're saying that he got hurt early.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So we didn't get a full season in Stefanski's offense.
Either way, we saw the moment that D-Hop went to the Cardinals, and I understand that D-Hop could do with anybody. Him and Kyler had synergy. Like, bro, I'm gonna find you're beating everybody. I'm gonna get you the damn ball. Who's another? The moment
he played 7 games last year.
7 games. See, I said 5 or 6. The moment that T.O. got to the Eagles, synergy. Like when you put 2 elite players, quarterback, wide receiver together, it shouldn't take you more than a couple of practices for y'all motherfuckers to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Baker was lost and confused with what he was supposed to be doing and where the ball was supposed to be. I think he was trying to force it to OBJ. And it's when OBJ went down, he started playing football and relaxed.
But at the time when OBJ got traded to the Browns, and we forgot to mention Nick Chubb as far as running back.
We did. I saw that too.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he's gonna do better because he's away from Eli," and they thought that Eli was the one that was kind of holding him back, even though he was putting up a lot of good numbers with Eli.
But if you look,
ever since then, it's been like, hold on.
Well, here's the thing. So the thing about OBJ leaving the Giants was that Eli doesn't have the arm to get it over the top no more. OBJ was still getting numbers because you getting him slam. You can't do nothing, and he was going. So it was all on OBJ. So that's the reason why Eli got the criticism. You know what I'm saying? And the whole
and Eli's experience. Baker wasn't all that experienced.
Exactly. Baker was a fucking rookie or second year.
Yeah, rookie. Yeah,
At the end of the day, I think hold on. Let me pull up the NFL teams again because I definitely think that.
You think he's getting traded?
I think he should. I don't know if he is.
Yeah, they should.
But like, if I'm the Bears, oh shit! Hey,
that's exactly that was the first thought. That was my first.
Hey,
thought.
Odell in Chicago with Fields.
If I'm New England. They haven't had a number 1, and I'm not saying that New England will get him the top 5. I'm just saying other places where I think he can do better than where he currently is at. Green Bay. You want to keep Aaron Rodgers or you don't? Get them at OBJ.
They already said they
walk away from this.
They already said they don't want to keep him.
OBJ on that side,
bruh.
You can't stop. Who you gonna double?
You can't.
You mean they don't need OBJ? They got Randall Cobb. so Aaron Rodgers
was happy to get him back.
If I'm the Seattle Seahawks, I'm like, hey, look, if we can go get OBJ, let's try to.
What you mean? Replace one of them guys?
No, just run 3 wideouts.
Oh, okay.
With who? Tyler Lockett,
DK, and OBJ.
I love Lockett, boy.
How many teams got 3 cornerbacks to contend with that? And you got all 3 different types of wide receivers. You got 6'4", fucking running Olympic 100-yard meter dashes and shit. Then you got Tyler Lockett, one of the most underrated wide receivers off the line with his release. Now, man, did you watch the interview where he says he played basketball on the line with these DBs? He said his crossover, he be it's all basketball moves.
It's crazy.
And then you put OBJ to complement all of that. You can't stop it.
The best team you said was the Bears for me.
I think Kansas City.
The Browns ain't giving up Kansas City.
Hey, they might not. If I'm Buffalo, I'm like, hell yeah. Because I know that they already loaded them up, but shit, why the fuck not bring OBJ too?
Stefan would hate that.
The Ravens, even though I know it's in division, so that more than likely is not gonna happen.
San Francisco,
San Fran.
That's where another place. If he went
San
to
Fran.
if he went to San Fran,
yep.
Trey Lance will revive his career.
The Chargers, Keenan Allen, OBJ, Herbert, bruh, like there's the Rams. You went and got Matthew Stafford. Who he throwing the ball to? And you bet not.
What? Hey, Cooper Cup. Hey, you know his motto is that, hey, don't ask what's in my cup. That's what he said. He told the motherfuckers on the street, don't ask what's in my cup.
And then I would even say the Falcons. You got rid of Julio. You know, obviously OBJ is going to come at a discount. It's not going to do anything. But if we're talking about quarterback wide receiver synergy, hey, look, as much as I don't like Matt Ryan know how to get the ball to the guys that need the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some places he can go.
Yeah.
Josh Bros, shout out to you. Sheldon, why are you so down on Darnold? Jets were so bad.
Yeah, I'm down on him because the Jets were bad and he was a part of that culture. And a lot of people try to blame it on the Jets. Well, he was a part of it too. He didn't step it up. He didn't do nothing to make them any better. So that's why I'm down on him. I didn't like Darnold coming out of college. I didn't like him.
Just say that. I didn't. Don't start with the Jet shit.
I didn't like Darnold at USC. I was mad that the Jets even drafted him where they drafted him, even though they ain't my squad. I just was like, he doesn't deserve that spot. And then I don't like him here. I wanted Justin Fields. Everybody knows that. Or Trey Lance. I would have took Trey. I thought that's what we were rumored to get Trey Lance. That's what I was looking for. So that's why
y'all got a quarterback. Y'all didn't need him. I'm with you. I wasn't. My thing with Darnold was that he didn't get the same criticisms that Winston got because his year before going pro was just as bad, but it got overlooked. But we know how that go. So yeah, but nevertheless, I know you're saying he was part of that culture, but that culture is bad. And he couldn't change.
That. It was toxic.
Yeah, he just couldn't change that, bro. In that. I don't know how. I don't know what quarterback could come in and change that.
So what are the odds of taking him out of it and him blossoming like a flower?
Well, what I'm saying is that he didn't contribute to that culture. He didn't make the culture was bad. He walked into a situation that was already bad. Now, what I will say though, to counter my own point, is that so did Baker. Baker walked into a situation that has historically been bad and turned that franchise around. Mm-hmm. So
but that took a lot, though. That took a lot of moving musical chairs with the head coach, the GM having his almost getting fired.
So the organization, yeah, you're right, because Baker did contribute to that first part of them being bad when he advocated for Freddie Kitchens. Mm-hmm. And when he mocked one of the coaches and got rid of the other black guy, right? And then he got Freddie Kitchens there. Freddie Kitchens was shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're not listening to you anymore.
Yeah.
And then they brought in their guy from Minnesota, Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
So things turned around and Baker was part of that process. But Sam just didn't. The motherfucker got mono.
He got mono in 20. We in the 21st century. This nigga get mono.
Yeah. I just know, like I said, and he can prove me wrong this year, but I just never saw the leader in him. I didn't see him. I didn't see once again, I didn't expect him to go in there and make the Jets Super Bowl contenders, but I expected him to add something to the table to make them better.
I did not. At all.
You know why though? Like Shelton, like, and me and Ken, we had a lot of discussions regarding the Jets and Sam Darnold. But they were just devoid of so much talent that it didn't matter. It really didn't matter. Like you talking about your number one wide receiver is Roby
Anderson.
Roby Anderson, your number one.
He's number one in Carolina. I know.
That's what says a lot about your team.
You saw what he did in Carolina.
No, yeah, we see a lot what he didn't do either.
Yeah, but you were hyping up these other receivers.
Good in Carolina ain't good enough.
But he's not a number one though. You know what I'm saying? That old line until this draft and this offseason was atrocious. Arguably the worst one out there.
And he saw goals. You're right, Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
This motherfucker saw goals.
I would say
Le'Veon.
Right. Overrated Le'Veon. Le'Veon
before he got there, he wasn't overrated.
He was overrated. Pittsburgh made Le'Veon.
Yeah.
You know, so that was just, bro, outside of Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick, or anybody else with some crazy wheels at quarterback, they couldn't have done nothing there.
And when I say do something, I just mean flash. I mean show me something.
My thing is, I think his ceiling right now with y'all is Ryan Tannehill. Like he can maybe get y'all
I agree.
Over 500, well over 500, and show some splash plays while he was talented.
But you could win with Ryan Tannehill.
You could win with Ryan Tannehill. But you gotta have a lot of stuff around him.
So we haven't gotten a report from Carolina. What are they saying about him so far, Shelton?
They've been hiding him, and they're saying like the last couple of days they've been, because I watch them every day. The stuff that they talk about, they've been blaming the receivers for not running the right routes and stuff like that. They're being tough on the receiver. They are. They really are. They really are. They didn't let him.
Because the receivers aren't running the right routes. They overrated too, aren't they?
No, they got a deep.
No, you already said they're good in Carolina.
Yeah, that's a deep receiving core.
You think about Carolina, they ain't that good no more.
They deep.
Deep. He said they were the best duo in the NFL.
Yeah, he said the best duo in the NFL. Get the fuck out of here.
I said it was in the top 10.
I thought you said best duo.
No, not the best. They're in the top 10.
You was preaching that it was the best duo.
No, he was saying they weren't in the top 10.
That was Kyle.
Kyle said they wasn't in the top 10.
They might not.
He still may not be.
But yeah,
especially after Darnold.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the only thing that scared me. But like I said, they've been really like low on him as far. They're saying he's got a ways to go with certain stuff, but they're saying he seems pretty calm, and he make a few jokes every now and again, but he's devoid of like that moxie. He just don't
very Eli like.
Yeah,
Eli was a soldier. He was a silent soldier.
Eli didn't have a lot of personality.
He was a silent soldier.
Wise, it wasn't there. We're gonna see how that show go though. I want to see how that show go.
Oh, with him and Peyton.
That should be pretty good though.
I honestly,
just because it's
you know what I think? I think that may be like one of the best shows we're gonna see. Like I think the expectations. It's not gonna meet expectations and hype, but I have low expectations for that.
Yeah.
But I also have a sneaky feeling like, damn, they gonna have some good ass chemistry,
they
gonna make the motherfucking show fun. Like you gonna really see their personality, because I think Eli a little bit more goofy than what people think.
He, especially when it comes to his brother,
and he's the younger brother too. So. And then Peyton's just gonna give you that surgical shit.
I saw that. You remember that Sports Center commercial they had together?
Yeah.
Where they was walking through the halls of ESPN and they was kicking each other, and the dad turned around and they was like, "I was like, I think
it's gonna be like 2.5 Men on ESPN. It's gonna be Charlie. It's gonna be Charlie and Alan Harper.
But wait till the youngest Manning gets to the league. The one that's with all of the Trevor Lawrence hype.
Oh, with the what's his name? Connor.
I can't remember that.
It's one of them.
Manning. Shit.
Yeah.
Bruh, I read an article about how this nigga's getting treated like fucking royalty.
Yeah,
wow.
At 16, colleges calling him, like, they regulated his shit to where there's a handler for him. So you got to contact the handler who's like I forgot what coach he is. You got to contact the handler and he'll set up the meeting. So like, and he only has a few set of hours that he'll even pick up the phone.
See, but the crazy, I don't know if y'all know anything about him, but they're saying that he's going to be by far the best Manning because he got all of the brain power that Peyton has way more athletic ability than both of them put together.
He got that from his daddy, Cooper. He said he got the athletic ability of Cooper. He's got the brain power of
and has the best arm out of all of them.
And he's got a better arm than Eli, because I think Eli had a better arm between him and his brother.
Yeah. He had a better.
I'm surprised Cooper ain't on that show.
And it's Arch Manning. Shout out to Will Young and HH.
Yep.
HLLVN. Elvin, I don't know how you say that. But
Arch is he legit. He legit.
After his granddaddy.
White ass name too.
That's after his granddaddy.
I know, but I'm just saying, Arch. God damn.
Shit, hey, Archie Manning. I always said that Archie Manning's nutsack is gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be like, bro, this is the greatest nutsack in the NFL. They gonna say you can't tell the story of football without talking about his nutsack.
Hey, chill vibes. Yeah, we talked about, not on here, but Matt's leaving First Take. Steven has something to say. I didn't get a chance to listen to it though.
You saw what HLVNH said? He said he's like already 6'4".
That's fucking nuts,
bro. Like I'm telling you, like I don't think there's going to be another person outside of Peyton Manning, Trevor Lawrence, and now Arch Manning to have that type of pressure coming into the
And
league.
the way during that article, it was on the Athletic. The way they talk about him, he is so mature.
Yeah, he is.
Like the nigga, like I think he's picking because they want him to go to, like, obviously LSU wants him because he lives in Louisiana and shit. LSU wants him. I think he's leaning towards Clemson or Ole Miss, possibly. But man, the way he talks in them interviews is like, bro, he's a Manning. Like he's legit he's a Manning. It's like that factory of them niggas. It's like they're like the football version of the Kardashians, bro. They just gonna keep fracturing them out. Yep. Josh, bro, shout out to you, man.
Salute, bro.
We appreciate you tonight.
I know Shelton is a Panthers man and Nick is a Giants. Who do Ken and FIFO follow in the NFL? And who are y'all most hated team?
So for me, I always say this. I more so follow players than I do teams. I have my default teams based upon where I lived. So for me, the teams that I primarily follow are the Bears and the Dolphins. I lived in both those cities, so those are the two NFL teams that I support.
Back in the day, I was a big Giants fan, Nick, when Lawrence Taylor was there. And they had
Don't tell me that.
the
I don't
running
wanna hear that
backs
shit,
and
man.
Phil Simms and shit like that. I rooted for them boys heavy. And after that, I was a Chiefs fan. Christian Okoye. Nah, Christian, I'm talking about early.
Okay.
Gary Thomas,
Okay.
Christian Okoye, Barry Word.
Jeff Garcia?
Yeah, no. But hey, you know, that man, Christian Okoye on Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, you won't tackle him.
That's a big monster.
That's just like Bo Jackson.
That's a
Man,
monster.
bro, cheat code. But after that, man, as I've grown older, I'm more like FIFA, man. I just follow players. I don't really have a team.
I'm just super loyal to the Bengals and the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If Beasley was here, he ain't here tonight. He's a Lions fan,
Yeah,
of course.
okay.
Too.
Everybody know that.
Everybody know
Detroit,
that.
everything for him.
And
Now answer the second part of this question.
Most hated.
You okay? You already know me. I'm from the AFC North, so I hate the Steelers. I hate the Steelers and I hate the Cowboys.
Oh shit.
I hate the Patriots. Being a Dolphin fan, I cannot stand the motherfuckers, bro. Cannot stand them.
Whatever team Brady's on.
That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
Oh, so what happens when Brady retires?
He can't go gain 5 years on his life.
I don't think I would have one, actually. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I would have one. I used to dislike the Cowboys, but not anymore, man. Yeah, I'm just neutral. Once Brady's done, I'll be able to live.
I'm softer on the Cowboys because of Dak.
Yeah,
but still, it's just like
it's not. You know what? I feel like when people hate Dallas, they don't really hate Dallas. They hate the fans. They hate Jerry. I just
hate the brand. The brand is not shit, really.
Well, okay. So if we're gonna talk a little bit about Dallas, how did y'all feel about Jerry going?
Well, let me say who I hate real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
The Bengals, the Jets,
Jets
in Detroit. Let me tell you why I hate
Detroit.
Yes.
Hold on. Why Cincinnati?
Because they fired Caldwell, and when you said it reminded me of why I hated them. Because I hated that.
Why the Bengals? Because they fired Marvin Lewis.
Yes.
Okay.
And what about the Jets? Because of Herman Edwards?
And then just the fact that them quarterbacks they was bringing in, I hated. Like I said, I hated Darnold.
They were always a quarterback away, though.
Yeah, and they were bringing in.
You talking about Mark Sanchez?
There was always a quarterback.
Ooh, Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez was living a life. He had Eva Longoria, and he was running New York for a few minutes.
Geno Smith, they did wrong. They was always doing brothers wrong.
Geno did himself wrong when he got his ass knocked out. They talking about they hit him. His helmet went back with his jaw.
It's funny you mentioned the reasons why you hate those teams. That's why I dislike Notre Dame. Because they fired, it was a black coach at the time.
Tyrone Whittingham.
Man, I was,
and he was a brilliant man from Stanford.
Yep,
he went from Stanford to there.
He was winning too.
Yeah,
and they fired him, and they get everything they deserve. Because I was a Notre Dame fan back in the day. Not anymore.
But how did y'all feel about Jerry apologizing? You know, I'm bad with names. The Miami head coach that took over.
What's his name? Jimmy Johnson. Johnson.
How did y'all feel about him kind of burying that hatchet and saying that he fucked up?
He's just trying to repair his legacy, that part of his legacy.
I feel like, and this may be a little bit sad, not sad, but a little bit downer, but I feel like Jerry Jones is looking at like, I only got a few years left. And I don't want to go out with nobody really talking shit about me and stuff like that. Because I'm known as this guy So I think he's starting to make amends. He's starting to reach out back to players and shit. I saw that he had Michael Irvin on there and stuff like on Hard Knocks. Like you could tell he's trying to, like Ken said, rebuild his image.
Well, I think part of what you're saying is true in terms of the mortality, and I think it's genuine because it's been 20 plus years since they won the last Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
You know,
right. I think over 25 years.
Over 25. I just know it's a long ass fucking time. And the fact of the matter is that he's no closer now. And I think that when you start to really starting to fear your mortality, you start to think about the things that you fucked up in life. And I think the Jimmy Johnson thing was the biggest fuck up that he's ever made. The players and this, that, and the third, they come and go. Tony Romo, them motherfuckers, Bill Parcells, they come and go. You know what I'm saying? And let me put some respect on Bill Parcells' name. Bill Parcells has, outside of Belichick, the biggest coaching tree ever in the NFL, right? Bill Belichick is part of that damn tree. But with that being said, I think that he knows that Jimmy Johnson for that era of football was the godfather of football and was able to take big personality. He was like Phil Jackson. He was able to take them, galvanize them, and be like, this is the mission. And we could be wild and we could party and we could do all of this shit, but we got to do the job first. And because they were so dominant in that era, he got too full of himself. He thought it was him.
What would Jerry Jones be without Jimmy Johnson?
Nothing. He might have sold the Cowboys.
Nothing.
And I think that may be another reason why you apologize. Because once you get down to that road, you'd be like, hold on, I got to start answering some real ass questions. Yeah. We don't have shit before or after this nigga.
Yeah. Because the thing that I would say a lot of people that aren't sports junkies like we are, they don't know that Jimmy Johnson not only cooked the food, he brought the groceries. Yeah. He did. Jimmy, look, man, Jimmy Johnson went to the U and took a whole bunch of jailbird type motherfuckers, and we became national champions with swag. To me, I know swag didn't come till later, but the U, that U, they invented the word before the word was even invented. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's what they were. And man, Jimmy Johnson, bro, I don't think he gets enough credit in the NFL for what he was able to accomplish in the time that he was in the NFL, man. Because what he did, I don't think we'll ever see that again. How he did it, the way he did it. We're not going to see it the way Jimmy did.
It may not be meant to be seen again. It was a once in a lifetime thing to see. Some shit is like that.
Yeah.
Shout out Nate Newton.
That's all I got for today, y'all.
Cool. Well, there you have it, guys. A football only show.
They still gonna complain.
They're gonna fuss. Why they say that about basketball?
Hey, y'all spent half the time talking about.
I know. But I had a couple, but I'm gonna let it ride. It can wait until next week. It's not that pressing.
We're gonna do our top 8 position players, wide receiver, running backs.
Okay.
Tuesday. Okay.
We do tight end. I mean, I don't know. Can you get to 8 tight ends?
5 tight ends.
There's only about 3 for real.
There's only 2 that count. The rest of them are
you know how I am with lists. Once you get to that last 2, it don't really matter.
Hey, we got one more super chat real quick from Josh Bros.
Shout out to you, bro. I hope you're recovering, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, we appreciate the love tonight, man. You really been on one tonight. We appreciate you. You VIP with us now. I'm sure it's been documented, but why does Ken hate Brady so much? Is it the cheating or the Trump thing or something else?
It's all tree.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Beans. It was named after LeBron because I just threw up a title. It was one of the things that I saw I wanted to talk about, but I renamed it. You guys probably have the old title. You'll probably have to refresh. But to answer the question, appreciate you, Josh Bros. This goes way, way, way back in the day. Their first Super Bowl run, and it goes to the tuck rule. And
talk about it.
Yep. And I was pulling for the Raiders, and that was such bullshit that happened. I have never forgiven Brady or Bill Belichick ever since. And here's the thing that's gonna really crack you guys up for those that don't know. I was a Patriots fan. Robert Edwards,
this nigga
Drew Bledsoe,
was a fan of everybody.
Bill Parcells was my guy. Kurt, man, I'd fuck with the damn Patriots. And I just when Brady, I just saw white privilege just ooze out of Tom Brady. It even starts with the fucking name, Tom Brady. That's such an American fucking name that I saw all of this happen before it even fucking happened. You got Tom Brady, obviously the Brady Bunch, so it lines up perfectly with America. Patriots. It's like they needed that to happen, and then he just went on and just been fucking great ever since. You know, and I felt like the Tuck rule was a way of America taking this opportunity to have a guy last name Brady playing for the Patriots to win the Super Bowl over the fucking Raiders. Now, if y'all don't know the Raiders back in the day, go look them motherfuckers up when they won the first Super Bowl when they played that team. Damn near the polar opposite of what the fucking Patriots were. And this was just America doing America fucking shit. And then he went on to become one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the fucking game. And white America has reaped the benefits of this shit for 20 fucking years, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm just over it. We need something new.
I stopped saying stuff about him. I don't really want to talk about him no more. Ever since that, bro, he beat Patty. The only thing I had left as far as to talk shit about this nigga was like, bro, if he lost to Patty, I'm like, all right, bet. He ain't shit. He ain't nothing. All this stuff. He beat Pat, and the way he beat Patty, because you knew they was gonna give him the whole credit for all that shit. Oh, Patrick Mahomes ain't shit. Now niggas talking about, man.
And then Patrick Mahomes had the nerve to get on the same cover with the motherfucker. Bro, back
to back like this motherfucker Wayne's bros.
Right. Man, when fucking Madden 22 loaded up, so that means every time I get open Madden 22, Brady is fucking looking at me.
I'm surprised you scratched it out.
Looking at me and his son looking at you too.
And Mahomes side by side.
Because it could be a son. You know what I'm saying? He don't know where to could have a black mama somewhere.
Yeah, Chip. The Tuck rule was such fucking bullshit. And then, of course, and somebody who said it. Oh, HLLVN. It does. It perfectly describes fucking America. Pillage and rob every fucking thing that they can and reap the benefits of it. And that's exactly what fucking happened. The fucking Seattle shit, fucking Pete Carroll. You know what? Pete Carroll is the motherfucking overrated coach in the NFL. All he had to do is give the fucking shit to goddamn Marshawn fucking Lynch.
If he gives the rock to Marshawn Lynch, that changes the whole outlook of Pete Carroll. He's one of the first NFL
This
coach
man has benefited
back.
From so many fucking blunders of other teams that it is unfathomable how this is happening.
The Seahawks, the Falcons.
The fucking Falcons.
He probably someone win the lottery right now.
Kyle Shanahan.
That shit was crazy.
One motherfucking play.
Field goal, just a field goal. That's all you need.
Fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
And then 3 interceptions in the second half.
Tom Brady won some scratch offs today.
Jesus fucking Christ.
$10,000.
Aaron fucking Rodgers. Devontae Adams dropping a pass that he catches all fucking year long. Fucking Drew Brees. The fucking fumble. These motherfuckers about to march down the field and Jared Cook catches the ball and lollygags a motherfucker poke it out. And then this motherfucker went to the fucking Bucks and won the Super Bowl with damn near the same fucking roster. Not only that, all these motherfuckers decided to go join the fucking bandwagon. Motherfuckers came out of fucking retirement. This motherfucker had a killer on his team. and there's the Flakegate. There's all this shit that has happened. Yeah. And then this motherfucker is friends with Trump and got away with that shit.
He got not only friends with Trump, he had the hat in the back.
He had the fucking hat. People forgot that shit even existed. Bro, we could just walk through to like all of the
one thing. You can write a whole book about it stuff.
Hey, Spygate. We got
Spygate. And here's the fucking kicker. This motherfucker, now all of a sudden Bill Belichick can't fucking coach. Now all of a sudden Bill Belichick can't fucking coach.
They talking bro. Bill. That's another reason why Cam ain't gonna finish the season. Belichick like, oh, now y'all think, hey, this nigga ain't gonna be the reason why y'all say I can't coach.
It's fucking like everything has just shifted to fucking Brady. It's incredible. Like, are we fucking serious? Now Brady is just responsible for everything. This motherfucker has a scam artist on his fucking team that was selling fucking snake oil or whatever that shit is. Y'all right? Like, this motherfucker get away with everything, man.
They trying to say he made football great again. That's what they
get away with fucking everything.
Bruh, yeah.
It's fucking incredible, man. I don't know how he does it. He almost got me though. For one brief second, I was like, man, Brady, all right. He was posting on social media. He started, being nice to black people and shit, hanging out with them. Reached back and saved Antonio Brown. Got fucking Antonio Brown. That's what he let fucking AB live with him.
I want to see what that breakfast table is like when you got AB, Giselle, and Tom Brady. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Man, I don't know. I don't know how he did it. And it all started with the fucking tuck room. It started with the fucking tuck room, man.
Now that tuck room was some shit. That was literally the end of the Raiders. After that, the Raiders was like, they ain't never been the same since.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Man, there's more. There's a whole lot more.
This season gonna be a lot more.
We forgot about the Jets. We forgot about, oh no, not the Jets. The fucking Chargers. The fucking blowing every opportunity they had to beat them when they had a fucking super man. Look, man, let's get out of here,
we can almost go to Peyton Manning, honestly.
You talking about Deshaun Merriman?
Remember that
Antonio Cromartie?
That team was fucking loaded and blew damn near every game.
Vincent Jackson.
Who
else was there? There was another one.
The tight end.
Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates, fucking loaded.
Yep.
And Marty Schottenheimer couldn't fucking coach a fucking
that's what
little league
had
team.
100 receptions. How
Kill
the
him.
fuck you have 100 receptions at running back?
Didn't LT have like over 21 touchdowns one season too?
Yeah, I think he had like almost
30?
Almost 30 and like 20 plus running and then like 8, almost 10 receiving.
LT
was a cheat code.
Yeah. The best thing I love about Brady's whole career,
Eli got him.
16-1.
Eli got his ass.
If anybody wants to know, because again, I'm from Cincinnati, so I'm a diehard Bengals fan. But if you want to know why I keep rooting for the Giants and why I will always root for the Giants, that's the year that I started really getting into football. Was that year that it was that Super Bowl run. I watched that whole playoffs and everybody was like, the Patriots gonna win this shit. I was like, I got the Giants, bro. They gonna win it. When I seen that boy Eli Manning throw up that shit, bro, and that nigga came down,
Man.
bro, I was hyped. I was like, that's my nigga.
The last thing I need, man, if he would have went fucking undefeated,
yeah.
I don't know what I would do with myself, bro. I really don't know what the fuck I would do with myself.
I'm not a Giants fan unless they beat the Patriots.
That shit.
I love to
so
see.
Wait, hold on. So you're not even gonna give him a pass for like what he did for Randy that year? Just a little bit?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because they got rid of the motherfucker damn 2 years later. They didn't give a fuck about Randy.
They didn't.
And I
think Tom did though.
Because I wanted Randy. That would have been the only saving grace.
Gotcha.
That Randy would have won a Super Bowl ring. Because what happened in Minnesota.
I felt the same way when Ocho was with him a few years later.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I would love to see Ocho get a ring, but at the same time, hey, Eli dropped that motherfucker in the bucket. And I was like, hey, we in there. Bruh, I'm forever a Giants fan because of that shit.
Yeah, nah, man. But yeah, that's it. Look, that's just the highlights. That's just a little bit. I can go on and on.
All right, I got to get going, yo.
Yep. So anyway, man, we'll catch you guys Tuesday. We out. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate you, Josh Bros. Hope you heal and get better, man. And hey, the one guy that had COVID, man, he never came back, did he?
Bro, don't say that. Come on.
Hey, who was that said? I remember.
Yeah. Hey, man, hit us up, bro. Nah, for real. Hey, we'll catch you guys Tuesday. We out. Peace.
Peace.